Welcome back. Welcome back. You've reached Everybody Loves Juju. 1-2 Talks Hoops. I'm your girl, Juju. Big Juju. In fact, um, I've been gone about a week. A lot has taken place in the sports world, as I can tell. I wanted to, I should have scheduled this so I can make sure that I can interact with the fam. And I know I haven't been up here regularly, but I'm still working on that. But I thank all of you that do tune in or go back and watch and make comments and also have subscribed. Appreciate it. Still getting some things together over here at my end of life. And then I also attend the USC Trojan games in person and live. So, for instance, tomorrow we have USC Trojan women and we'll be playing the Washington Huskies for a blackout. We're going to wear all black to the game. Look forward to seeing a former Trojan, Avery Howe, in her new home with the Huskies, along with Sabia Sellers, I'm familiar with. And I think they have one more player that's really good, too, to be honest with you. I'm going to try to find her name. The game is December 7th at 5 p.m. And let's see their roster with the Huskies. I mean, they kind of gave us to me, they kind of gave us a run last year a little bit. Okay, they got a 6'6" junior position forward, 5'11" guard, Chloe Briggs, Tegan Brown Sr., 5'10", Nina Kane, forward, 6'2", Devin Carpenter, 5'10", guard. What's up, Azil? What's up? I'm glad you're here. I'm just looking at some of the people that will be playing tomorrow until y'all get in. Thank you. Azil, I got to talk to you. Avery Howe, guard, 6 foot. Sabia Sellers is 5'7". Hannah Steins. They're pretty tall. But they are ranked. What? I think. Let me see. What are they ranked? 22nd. I'm talking about the Washington Huskies. We're going to be playing them tomorrow, Brazil. 21. They're ranked 21, and we're ranked 16. So we do not want to lose. We do not want to drop down to 21. Brazil, talk to me. So you're LSU, right? I'd love to talk to you about that game. First of all, what say you about the game? What's good? Jacob, come up here because I want to talk some hoops that I've missed for a week. I know you guys got to be wondering what I'm thinking. Oh, Flajay. Flajay just needs to. Flajay, she's a goal maker. Like, she's the type of person that she has a thought, she has a dream within her head. You know, she has like goals. Hey, Henry, thank you guys for coming. Thank you. Come on in. Talk about Flajay for a second. And I think that when it doesn't match with her image in her mind, she gets into her emotions. And emotions can be good, nerves can be good, but you gotta know how to use them and you gotta be mature with your emotions. To be honest with you, and that's the problem I have with Hannah. She has the same problem. You guys can tell me what you think. I know Jacob will. Jacob, if you're able to come up, I don't know what you have going on today, Saturday, but yeah, both. What's up, RC? What's up? What's going on? I agree. Two things that for me about Hannah and Flajay, and because I heard what Flajay's one of her goals is that she want to be number one. What they say, draft pick, right? But nobody looking for Flajay like that. Flajay, no one's looking for you. You don't have anything extra special about you that would stand out, right? To make me want to pick you number one over somebody as efficient as has shown consistency the way AZ Flood has. She's shown me, okay, you know what? You're healthy. You're adding defense. You're all over the court. Like, I mean, I'm not picking AZ as number one, but if she were to go number one, it wouldn't in this particular class. I wouldn't be mad about it. Of course, Betts, she has size, right? Can't teach 6'7". Plays wonderful defense, passes out of the double, which she's gonna have to do. Um, Maybe in the right system for Betts, she'd be, excellent. Because you could always use her size, right? All right. Hannah, yeah. Does Hannah play? Yeah, Hannah plays angry. People like that. People like that. Like when they beat us, I was like, why are you running into the stands and everything? It was a great shot. Like, act like you've been here before. Act like you've done this before. You ain't never gonna see Juju running into the stands because she made a buzzer beater shot. The only reason I didn't like tear into her about that is because they have completely fell apart in the same way that Duke did. Duke has, right? And so when you finally have a big game and it's like, it worked, whatever it is that they were trying to put together, I guess she was excited about that. But I'm like, what's going on, Hannah? Like, act like you've been here before, bro. Like, calm down. Flage didn't want the leadership role, so she hides. If she had Hannah's confidence, Big Four could go no number one. She wouldn't think she didn't have it, but she do be in her own little role. She do be off in the corner because that's the way it was when she got there as a freshman. But it's like, nah, listen, that game did not turn around until Malaysia Fowali came in the game. The same way that Fowali was doing with South Carolina. Same way. And if somebody, I figured when Coach Moki will see that when you start playing better teams, and I'm saying that was one of the best games that Duke has played. They look like themselves. What did they almost scored 80 points? So they are coming back. Don't sleep on them. They're not dead yet. Okay. That was a great game, and when the heat that's going to turn up for them in January and in February, Fowali will start. No shade against Richard, but Fowali, by the time she's a senior, will need to learn that the feel of the point guard, because she's not big enough. Two, she can't play through enough contact to go to the pros as a two guard. Okay, just saying. So, but we don't have to rush her to that point guard spot right now. We really don't. I think I think when you need to rest Flage, Michaela, Jada, you need Lay. But it's up to Lay's conditioning. One of the things I loved about Kim Mulkey that she didn't yank her out like some people would do when she make turnovers or she make a mistake. She left her in there and let her understand how to play through your fatigue and your tiredness. Lay has to do that. Something about her conditioning is just, I don't know. I don't know if the girl has asthma, but she's got to learn something I learned. Was you rest on offense, not on defense. Okay? But she gives it her all. She's dripping with sweat. She's, but her breathing is labored. And then she starts making silly mistakes. But she shouldn't be trying to drive when she's tired. If she doesn't learn how to control her breathing, control her fatigue, then she needs to pass the ball off. But that game would not have been won without Fowali. Flage is the face. Fowali is the catalyst, the playmaker, the engine to that team. She gets everybody else. I loved her leadership. When she turned around and said, "Let's go," I was like, I remember them days. Like, wake up! What are we doing? What are you doing out here? They got the Grace Jones Joyner, got some tough ones to come in there with her. Like, and then Michaela woke up, and then the second half, Fly J woke up and stopped pressing. Like, lay a circus shot queen. Duke will be ready for the tourney. Yeah, exactly. Um, Sometimes it works, sometimes it busts. Right. I hope Wally is rooming with Jada. That's a good idea. I see what you're saying. Like, they got to play off each other. She can learn a lot from Jada, but then Jada can learn some things from her. But they're just two different style of players. People and players don't realize that the USA national team normally has two stars that rest are role players, and they are normally bigs. Everybody can score on that team. Others need. Yeah, the thing with that, let me give you my hot take opinion from my old head, okay? Unless you are the center of that team, you are the star of that team, okay? No one should be upset about minutes, especially Flage. Flage maybe being that was a senior. I think this is her first time at that level of USA America. She had no business really being upset. I did notice that she sat out quite a bit, and she was playing well, but it wasn't a matter of that. I think that on a team of that caliber, you're going to get, everybody's going to play a role, and you got to find your role and what your role is, and you're a part of a bigger, picture. Okay. And so she needs to understand that. And, Kim Mulkey could have told her that. She played on that Olympic team. Yeah, when Fawali did the "Let's Go," it reminded me of Spike Lee movie School Days. Why? Brazil, why? Hey, Political Lil, what's up? Yeah, hi, Political Lil. Yeah, so I'm jumping around, just giving my take for the week. Some things that I saw. I just got stuck right here with some fans of LSU. I was really impressed, really, really highly impressed with once they found their rotation, the right combination. And of course, for Wiley coming in and sparking that offense, the way um, they showed me that they could be a top 14. They showed me that they could be in the Final Four for finally since Angel, because scoring 90 something points. But I don't like the fact that they allowed 77, but that was good on Duke. Scoring 90 something points says a lot, no matter who you're playing. It shows a lot of offense. So when it comes to the SEC, my take is Texas, Oklahoma, LSU, South Carolina will all be in the top four. Lajay must think she on the block. International play doesn't fit every style, but competitors are always salty. Yeah, well, I don't know, competitors that think more highly of themselves than they should. Everybody's going to get their time on those teams, and Fly doesn't do she doesn't do a specific thing that stands out more than someone else. Although everyone should get time. Maybe sometimes there's maybe like two players that don't, at the Olympic level, right? Don't get as much time. Usually the college players, they get their moment, maybe unless you're Juju Watkins or something, and then Betts is a good college choice because of, she give, that center a break. Because if Boston makes it, she'd be a good backup to Asia, because Asia's like a 4 or 5, but depending on what team Asia plays for, she could play a four, stretch four. So here's what happened in America. You can check me. Okay, let me see what you're gonna say. American Cup. You can check me because I'm going off. Oh shoot! Hold on. It keeps moving. I'm going off memory. I don't think Big Four played the first 2 games, and in the third game she went off for 20. Yeah. I don't remember her not playing the first 2 games, but yeah, she. I remember her. To me, I remember her having I thought 2 straight games she was hooping, and then it seemed like she went cold. But my only thought was depending, it's a matchup thing. Okay, not so much about them counting minutes and who's getting what minutes. I'm not. Listen, they got a bronze medal with my girl Cynthia Cooper, Teresa Everson, and Katrina and all them one year because Coach Fortner, I think her name was Neil Fortner, she played that old school BS that Polita Khalil probably remembers if she played like I did back in the 70s when I played rec ball. You played this 5 in, 5 out, 5 in, 5 players played the whole first quarter, another 5 played the second, another 5 played the third, and another 5 played the fourth. Bullshit stuff like that. Okay, so she better be glad. Everybody better be glad we're not still in that garbage, because what happened was the third quarter they got so far behind that Teresa and them they got them out of the hole the first time from coming from behind, and then they had to come from behind to try to win the gold. I think against a really tough team like Russians or something, and it didn't work. And so that's why when Tara Vandenberg came, she was like, "We're not doing it. We're not going home with less than gold, and we haven't since that bronze medal that we have. We have not come home with gold since the bronze, and then the first and 76, we got the silver. So, you guys, I think maybe if we were to go back and really analyze it, I think it just has to do with a matchup thing. You know what I'm saying? I don't, she shouldn't have been making a big deal about it and pouting because it's kind of selfish. Like nobody else was complaining about their time when they had to sit. After that, she played a total of 6 minutes, right? Please watch the Oregon versus UCLA tomorrow. Tomorrow, 2 Central. Why? Oregon's dangerous. Yeah, I believe that Oregon's dangerous. I believe they're kind of dangerous, but I believe UCLA got it a little bit too much for them. But I got to be at the game at the game starts at 5, and I'm like an hour and a half away. So I don't know how I got. I'll try to watch it through my phone for you. I'll try to watch that game. But I believe you. I believe you. I did hear a little noise about Oregon, and anybody could sneak up on anybody. But UCLA showed some fight. They showed some fire. Like they're they are one of the top teams. They are one of the top teams. They still are one of the top teams. Don't sleep because Texas was cooking. I was there. I saw the games. So, I saw the games. It wasn't a surprise to me that they beat South Carolina. It wasn't a surprise to me that they beat UCLA. What's good, my dude? But I'm going in and out. You excited about Iowa today? Are you excited about Iowa today? And the next 2 games still. Okay, let's see what political said. Blase will likely not play USA. Oh, with that girl, with that behavior, I was like, she did bounce back and apologize. Sort of, coach. I think she does have respect and everything, but she let her emotions get the best of her. It's like that is a political system. You got to watch yourself. You will. They will look for anything to not include you so that they don't have to worry that they have. She doesn't have enough firepower to be like, can we Can we allow this person with social media following as huge as her to affect us? And do we really need her that much? They don't. They don't. So maybe that's why she shitted on him. Totally a matchup thing, no doubt. That being said, I think Kara favored Neekins because she got a lot of minutes. I was thinking Brazil. I was thinking she favored Booker, and I wasn't feeling Booker. That. Tell me what you think. I wasn't feeling Booker's game. Yep, you're right. That was the style. We split the quarters playing half. Okay, half playing half a quarter. Yeah, half a quarter, something to that effect. And it was always like, yeah, that's what it was, half a quarter. And so it was like they had to come back and they couldn't. It was too big of a deficit. It was crazy. It will be the Yukon All Stars for the Olympics. Nah, I don't know about that. That would be Gino. Is this what is it? Are the coaches supposed to be Kara? I think if it is Natalie Nicasi, thank God, and then Stephanie White. So maybe she can work with. I was about to say something. She can work with CC. Okay, my bad, you. I didn't. You were going to the. Yeah, I'm going to the game, but yeah, that would be. I do. I will pay attention to it though, because I agree. King Lion. It's always politics. What do you think about HBU Southern Games? I love it. I love it. And come on now, political. You're one of the ones who watch teams that are up and coming, like you talked about West Virginia. I talked about. I agree with you on West Virginia. You know, teams like Southern, to me, like Richmond, like Bellarmine, like they're all like coming up, like building their program. Like Southern was hanging with UCLA for like almost a half during the first round last year. So I'm glad for them. I'm happy for them. I actually had a scholarship offer for track. Was it track or basketball? I can't remember which one. Oh shoot, I forgot. It was one of the two. I think it was basketball. I think it was basketball. A full scholarship offer. But once I found out where it was, I had, at 17, I was like, where is it? And they were like, the South. I was like, I can't do it. And it was cool because the girl from my city, the rival, well, not my rival, but not our school rival, but my rival school, we were friends. She was on her way to go, and it would have been a cool thing to go to school with somebody, from the neighborhood, right? But I was like, I didn't want to go south. Okay, so um, what did you say? Let me see what you said. Flage must think she on the block. International play doesn't fit. Competitors are always salty. Yep. LSU should have been able to score 100 points. They didn't score the last 2 minutes. I mean, they did it, but I don't think it was. I think if Coach Monkey wanted to, she could have. Like, she was right there. They were running it up, but I think she did some interchange or she did something that kind of cooled it off. And at that point, you're just kind of working on. You're still kind of working on combinations of players or a defensive scheme or an offensive scheme in the heat of the battle. You want to, that's what I noticed when I was um, in Vegas, that Dawn, when she put Adele in there, McDowell, and Dowda, like it was like a real heated time. Like when they were like, I think they might have been up a little bit, like deep into the third or something. And she put some combinations when Texas started coming back when she could have gone to the starters. She didn't. She let them feel the heat, and I thought that was a great idea. It could have hurt them. Like she wasn't like she was going for the win, but she was also simultaneously like using her bench, using as well as Vic was using his, bench players, giving them those minutes in a heat of a battle. And I'll tell you this for you South Carolina fans, Joyce is banged up, and she's banged up early in the season. She is hurting. She's got a knee wrap, she's got a quad wrap. She had at the game when I saw her, she has this heat pack around her back. She has some fingers messed up. Listen, as a player that was undersized whenever I tried to play a wing or small forward in college, knowing that my position should be a shooting guard or a point guard. Um, as much as I'm tough and I can bang down in there, and I got the most rebounds I ever had in a season playing that position on and off, um, y'all, I know a banged up person when I see one, and she is. And if I was her, I would be taking ice baths every day, every day, and it's going to affect that team without her. They're not. If they make it to the Final Four or even the finals, I'm saying again, I would be hella surprised. I'd be the first one to say, "Wow, all hail the Queen," because that they don't have enough. They don't have enough with these teams that I'm seeing coming up. It's gonna be tough. Here's what happened in the American Cup, and you can check me because I'm going off. Oh, I read that already. Sorry, guys. I was trying to go back and reread. Let me catch up to where y'all are. You ride the styles, but yeah. Blase Johnson's a businesswoman. She's making big moves, and I like the way that she's handling the situation. Okay, cool. Blase definitely should have played more in the USA basketball. I wasn't a fan of that. Right. About it, you Juice says I didn't think Booker's played Warren all the. I didn't think Booker's played Warren as much minutes as she got. Other than I'm just thinking maybe her size was a reason. Like if anybody, I would say, uh, I would say, I would say she needed to wake the hell up. That was getting on my nerves, getting all those minutes. It wasn't doing jack crap. I love Jordan Lee. Oh yeah, I love Jordan Lee. I've loved Jordan Lee since last year. If she calmed down and they found a niche for her in her role, and you can see them talking to her like, "Come on, that's you. Come up, you come up now." Like everybody's still kind of feeling and learning and needing to talk to each other, but at least, but like with South Carolina, they're so new. The players on the court, with their players, they're still kind of like going through the motion, whereas Texas was like they're past going through the motions, but they sometimes have a lull and have to be woken up by their floor leader. I hope you guys know what I mean. It's like when you're learning a new system with new players and you're trying to like read and react and feed off of each other. Sometimes you stand around, sometimes you're not sure, sometimes you just completely forget, or sometimes you didn't even hear what set we're in, and you're waiting for someone to move so that you can maybe guess like, oh, okay, we're running this. That's how South Carolina does. And they do a whole hell of a lot of camping out in the paint for 3 seconds and traveling, constantly like moving too fast, just traveling. And I'll say this about South Carolina, from a person who plays the position of Tanai Latson and a pick and roll, she probably only got like 5, 6, 4, somewhere in there times that she touched the ball in the second half against Louisville. That can't be. Your shooting guard should. And this is what I thought the problem was going to be with them anyway. Your shooting guard needs to be the one that's getting good looks and good touches on that ball way more than she does. And I think that's what she's facing backlash and criticism about going to South Carolina, because everyone knows that the shooting guard uh, is your one that takes the most shots. Chicago, Cheetah, I agree, but you can't forget politics. You heard Kyrie and his Chinese brand about to invest big money in the HBCU sports and women. Good. Yes. I think I heard something about money being hugely invested in HBCU if it hasn't already. It wasn't Shaq. It was somebody. But good. That's great. That's amazing. Because see, this is the thing. The government think like, oh, when you want to get black folks' attention or the black vote, you feel like you take something from a snap. You take something from you think we're on welfare. You think the HBC schools. Hey, this was promised. What's law is law. You say you're going to do something, and this is part of the deal. You don't change regimes, so to speak, and political power, and then decide like, oh, we're not going to give you this. Because one thing about black people, we're so resilient. We're so resilient. You cannot outsmart us. And you have made a lot of our athletes, entertainers, and you know others who are entrepreneurs wealthy enough that we can take care of ourselves. Just like what we did with Black Wall Street, just like we did with the 45 other places that you massacred because we were becoming bigger and stronger than as a socioeconomic uh, system than you ever thought. And you keep trying to pull stuff from us, thinking that you're going to hurt us, but we know how to survive. We know how to feed off the land. We taught you when Columbus landed, the indigenous were African. We taught you how to feed yourself off the land. Like I don't understand what people are. Yeah, so I'm happy about the HBCU. What did you think about South Carolina almost losing to Louisville? I wasn't surprised. Louisville had been kind of a team that I felt like are trying to find their identity and trying to find themselves. And they have the pieces. And it was like Taj Roberts, she's young, she's very young, but she's one of those stars in that class, in her class. And I said to myself, if any time somebody wants to catch South Carolina, it's now. It's now is the time. Now is the time. With losing Ashlyn, losing Chloe, losing Lay, uh, young core. Now is the time. Now is the time. And Louisville, uh, I was not surprised. I was surprised they didn't win. It's the same, and that's one thing about South Carolina in person. They are so tough. Like I thought my team was tough. I thought Jew and them, and Jew and them are tough, but they are tough. They like they some scrappy little suckers, boy. I ain't gonna lie. South Carolina, I know one thing. You better let Raven Johnson loose. You better let her loose. I can't really believe South Carolina fans are still pushing Latson better than Lay with the butter. Lay showed me last night. I think it was last night that she's not playing. Like she wants to play D. She super athletic. Like certain moves that she does, certain ways that she gets to the hoop. Just got to be smarter with it all. That's all. And but always getting deflections, always getting her hands on something. Like if she can keep that up, get a little stronger, put some more meat on her bone. But play at that intensity. And then when it's time to rest on offense. But don't be the center of resting. Like she got to know how to play even in a half court setting, not just transition ball. Like I want to see her like just be part of the offense, like a normal person out there. You don't always have to make something happen. Pay attention to the score. Pay attention to the minutes. Pay attention to who on your team needs confidence and needs a pass from you and an assist, an easy assist. Like they should be following behind her, but she doesn't really have she's got to really get the feel that she's the center. Like they're waiting on someone to take the lead and keep talking like she's doing. Like she should be the one who is like, okay, it's time to move. Okay, it's time to calm down. Okay, go 4 corners. Oh, 4 across. Like she needs to be that person. Like, hey, here's the score. We don't need a foul right now. We need a box out. That's what I want to see like for Wally B. Like, do you really have command of the game to see what how much time is left, what you guys need to do, when you need to do it? Like she needs to be like immersed in the game like that. Like that's how I see her. But last night she looked like the best player on the team. Brazil, we have three-point shooters in the country. We have the best and the best bench. But I will tell you, the turnovers is something that they're working on and bringing down. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. Chicago, I get, it's just like with volume shooting. There's good volume shooting, and then there's bad. There's negative, I should say. And there's good turnovers, and then there's negative turnovers. Like, are they unforced turnovers? Are they forced turnovers? Like, is somebody, like, creating the turnovers on you? And so now you got to figure out, like, okay, we can't handle a half-court press or a full-court press from another team. Let's work on that. Is that something that you could correct? Right? So when LSU was down like 11-1, 14-2, and all that, I literally started to feel like, oh my gosh, they are smoke and mirrors. Please, please don't end up being smoke and mirrors. But when that kid, Fuwali, came off that bench with that fire and it woke everybody else up, and I saw the heart in these kids and I saw the skill set of these kids, I was like, oh yeah, if they know how to fight like this from a deficit, they're gonna be they're going to this group. If this group makes the Final Four, that's an accomplishment. Koval seems happy. Koval in there doing her thing. I think they can look at her a little bit more. Koval's happy. She's putting, Grace Knox, Joyner. I didn't see a lot of Sky Johnson, and I hope she's not upset about it, being a freshman that she is. But whoever is cooking, like, is the one to be in the corner. I'm not saying that she wasn't. I just can't remember why she wasn't getting that much time. But here's the thing. They scoring 90 to 100 points. They are like a favorite for me right now. LSU. They're a favorite for me. More so than South Carolina. Because at first I was like, South Carolina going to whoop their ass. But where's the game? February 13th? By February 13th, we're going to know a lot about both teams. And I was going to give the runaway game to South Carolina. First, I gave it to LSU from the start before I saw anybody play. And then when I saw South Carolina in person the last couple of, like 3 times, played 3 games in person, I'm like, okay, it's settled. I tell you what, Chicago, you guys cannot start off slow like that. Usually that's a South Carolina thing. But if you think you're going to be coming back on South Carolina from behind to win, you will only be able to do that unless, if you're only going to be able to do something like that the way Texas did, is if you really have a floor leader, you really have a go-to person, and that you really have a team that's going to stay disciplined and keep pounding at them, catching them, off guard. Off guard meaning like capitalizing on their mistakes. You got to capitalize on the Gamecocks' mistakes, and you got to make them pay for it. I'm very proud of our point guard, Jada, growth and development as we taking the lead. The rookie Grace Knox, we know how great a player she is. Right, right. Daryl said Gamecocks are fine. They're a new team finding ways to win in the clutch. Good point. Aisha, S9B, thanks. USC Washington should be a great game. I think so. They're ranked 21. We're 16. They got some outside shooters. Uh, got a little speed to them. I don't know if they could keep up with our defensive intensity that we're going to have to put on them, that we will put on them, and the athleticism of our bigs inside and our guards. Jazzy is a force. You got to see her. She's long, lanky, tall. She can do it all. Like she's smooth with it, like sneaky with it. You know what I'm saying? Like nah. It should be a great game, but they shouldn't beat us at all. Chicago, she's the most mature player on the court. Who's that, Jada? I must say, my favorite player. I love Bella. I know, but I'm gonna say Zakiya Johnson. She'll ball out next year when she gets. Yeah. Everybody just needs to be patient. Nobody needs to jump into the portal. That's some bullshit. You need to stay there and be a freshman and know your role. Take this time to when you get in a game that you just that you are excellent, that you are immaculate, and even if you do play, make less turnovers than somebody ahead of you, or you feel like you should play, like chill, because it's a long season, and your number might be called due to injury, due to fatigue, due to whatever. Just everybody stay calm over there at LSU, because each and every one of you is very important to the run that she's going to make, because it's all about matchups. It might be this combination this week. It might be this combination next week. Hell, Flajay, you might sit down some minutes and get your head together, because the beginning of that game, I thought you lost your mind. Like, just trust the coaching staff and let them do their job, and just be ready when your name is called. They do run plays for last. What I said was exactly, there was only 5 pick and rolls in the second half against Louisville. She only had 5 times that she got the ball to even try to shoot. And I'm saying it needs to be more than that for her position. I agree with you. Jada Richard is the good. People need to knock it out. Blade just wanted to get off the block with Lassen coming. She felt she left the program in good shape. Period. She scores the first 5 points in the second half. And then what happened? And then where was she at the end? Joyce hits the 3. Hits her first 3. I saw that. She had to take that shot, because it was like she had to take it. They were leaving her too wide open. Hines is a very good player. I'm very proud of her. I think she will get more minutes as the season moves on, because we will need her. Exactly. And she needs to stay ready. Stay ready. Louisville plays hard against UConn, Kentucky, SC, and soon they'll play the Vows. Richard is nice. Richard is nice. Reminds me of Alexis Morrison. Oh, okay. That's it. Okay, I'm not even thinking about that one. Alexa, okay. My favorite Tiger is Flage, but out of the freshmen, I really think Zakiya is the best potential. I do too. But it's weird though, because the position she plays, I don't know. She ain't that big though. She's not really that tall. So I don't know. Like you say, potential, like in college or beyond. Bear Beauty, what's happening? Why did Z only play 5? I don't know, but it was working. I don't know. I was thinking the same thing. I think she saw something else that she needed that she needed in there. Hello, chat. Everybody say hi to Bear Beauty. I haven't seen her in a minute. My best moment was watching Kim when Kim took Jada out due to a few errors. Jada got right back in and took charge. She made sure she did things so Kim did take her out. I was proud of her of that. That's growth. I agree. Like people gotta stand. Sometimes you gotta take a minute. Come out. Let me talk to you, or let you think about it. Let you watch what's going on the court. But the important thing is you get back, that they put you back in. Jada Richard has grown from her freshman season. Yeah, because she's got a big responsibility. Her lady at that point. Did Kim tell them not to score 100 due to Flau'jae's stare down? I don't know. Right? Because Flau'jae messed it up. They could have just won, and then she just keep her zip. Let your game do the talking. Can somebody tell me why LSU versus SC determining what? Tell me why the LSU versus SC determining factor like Texas and Vandy looks great as well. What's the determining factor between them? Say that again. Bear Beauty. Who wins, the Huskies or the Trojans? The Trojans. Probably because LSU never beats them. LSU never beat them, and it doesn't matter. All this is overlaid move. Yeah. What's up, Bougie? Bear Beauty. Yes, I think everyone should stay still next year. Just don't go. Like add something for the pieces you lose, but don't get that core going. You got. Listen, a lot of bigs are going to be gone in the country. A lot of top bigs, right? This game is becoming positionless, and she's setting LSU up for that. Like we're going to be four guards, four out, one in, right? But our guard at USC in Southern Cal is like over 6 feet. You know what I mean? It's like because they're 6 feet and above. So, but that's the way the game is heading towards positionless basketball. But y'all, I'm telling you, Political Ill, when I was in Vegas, it reminded me of a game out of the 80s, man. The way the bigs, the posts for Texas and South Carolina were going at it. I thought I was watching something back from my day. It was like a battle of the big bodies flying everywhere. It was like, and those big bodies was way better. They were getting it. Hey, Miss D, they was banging, rebounding, banging, blocking. Like, give me the ball down low. I got some spin moves for you. Let's go. Lay thing is just some SC owning them for a few years. So that's the measuring stick. Yeah, forget the past. We talking about what's happening now. Don't give a damn. They've been beating them before. This is a new day. They have just as great a chance to win as anybody else does. If Louisville can hang, Texas can hang. We hung. God damn it. We hung. And then why not LSU? You're ranked way up here. We're ranked way down here. And we still was like all the way up until like, and everybody's like, oh, the third quarter. No, God damn it. Not the third quarter. It was like going into the fourth quarter. Shoot. Ms. D, Brazil said, hey, Brazil. Texas Longhorns versus LSU. I think that's a new Robbie. That's going to be crazy. That's going to be crazy. LSU leads the series for that one, I guess, for Texas. SC owned the LSU for 17 straight times. Okay, well, this is the 18th time. Get that. Hey, Jew, I came up now if you want. Yeah, because I got Bougie's bugging me to take her out for a second, so I need you to come up. Some folks on the internet are calling Z Mary J. Block. I did hear that. Jada Richard is thinking about blogging, so that'll be interesting. Blogging, like with the video camera, and she does end up doing it. Yeah, I'll be liking our blogs. college sports have become a turnstile, like at the old movie theaters. Off topic, but I think Lauren Betts' game um, and ability will grow in the W. There's something about her staying at UCLA is stale and stiff. I can't take it. Okay, I hear you. I hear you. I think that happens with. I think that happens with a lot of people. Like I can tell whose game will translate um, to what, or better in the pros. Like I think Kiki's problem was like she was just stronger and bigger and better than a lot of the pros. Like her and Sarah were like banging down there. I mean, she did well against Sarah, but with Sarah had a better shot, outside shot, mid range and long range, and they would call like the tickiest tack off of her move, like they would call offensive this and offensive that. And I said when she gets to the pros, that's exactly what she's gonna need. And I don't think Kiki is like. I think her game fit the pros because they just caused so many stupid fouls on her. What's up, Jacob?
Well,
You got
good.
you got to hold it down, okay? I'll
I,
be right back.
I got you. I got you.
Okay.
What's good, chat? What's good, chat? How y'all doing? Let me see this. Cause I had to miss something. What's y'all? I had to go in and out of the chat because I was doing something. But what's y'all opinions on Hannah Hidalgo getting ejected? What's y'all opinions on Texas? What's up, Bear Beauty? What's up, Brazil? Let me see this. Here, yeah, I agree. They shouldn't have ejected her. It's like what? Like it was 2 seconds, 10 seconds left. Shouldn't have happened. She did less than Big Four. Oh yeah, I saw that. I saw that. I was like, yeah, LSU scored 99 points. LSU scored like 99 points, and then but they gave up like 77. So it's like they have great offense, but they don't have great defense. And Duke is not a very good offensive team, so that kind of concerns me in a way. Because it's like when you're playing great, you're going to play better offensive teams than Duke. Like for example, Texas and South Carolina. Yes, South Carolina. Actually, no, let me not say that. South Carolina. You're going to play a bunch of the SEC teams. Hold on, I'm a slow dude. Hold on, I gotta go check this. Oh Lord, I feel stupid for this. Where's it at? Where's this at? Let me see. Let me read the chat. I think it was like, be for real. Oh. Hold on, where is this at? Oh, I'm stupid. Holy crap. I think Duke had their best shooting game of the season this week. I believe they did. That's the sad part. Because they played some trash teams and they lost to them. That's bad. Oh, I gotta get into the frame. Let me get into the frame. Oh Lord, I feel like my camera's. Let me see something here. Where? God dang. Southern Eastern. Where's they at? Where's this at? Oh, here we go. The Texas, Georgia, Alabama. Oh yeah, Vanderbilt. I forgot about Vanderbilt. I forgot about Mississippi. Oklahoma. Yeah, they're gonna be shit. Yeah, they need to tighten up that defense. Tennessee. They're gonna have to tighten up that defense because you allowed Duke to score 77. And what do you think those other teams are gonna do? Avery Howell returning to Galen Center tomorrow. That will be interesting. Wonder how that's gonna go. We better win or we're gonna get freaking fried. My LSU needs to at least attempt. My bad. My LSU needs to at least attempt to protect the 3-point line. Yes. Because you're letting Duke. Hold on. I need to go back to the percentages. I need to look this up. Because they were going crazy at one point. Okay, so let me read off Duke stats. So 50% from the field, 33% from three. Not the that's all right, I guess. 58% from the line. So let me see. Everything else looks about even here. LSU just shot way better. Because everything else I'm looking at here. What the fuck?
What happened?
Nothing. I'm just reading off the Duke stats. I'm just reading off the Duke stats because I was talking about like LSU needs to tighten up their defense because they gave up 77 to Duke.
Yeah, they did. They did. I mentioned that, but the fact that they can score damn near 100, they're still ahead of a lot of teams in my eyes.
That's fair.
In a very like there's nobody a clear dominant right now favorite for me, except I told you how I feel about Texas. But I feel like it's not the scary dominant South Carolina. Yeah, they're the best. We the best. Sorry, UConn. And I can't tell yet because I can't really see UConn yet playing. They haven't really played anybody to challenge them. But they're probably the closest favorite that I have in my mind to win it all. But there's nobody, you know what I'm saying, guys? Like there's nobody in my eyes that has the experience that coach has, and the program. But anybody could, any one of them, Texas, UConn, UCLA, LSU, and South Carolina are just all to me just bunched up in the top 5 right now.
That's fair. No, that's correct.
But if you notice how Maryland looked at the end of the season with Brenda Feast, almost nearly getting by. South Carolina, Alabama, that battle right there, those teams were rounding off crazy towards the end. As much as I'm not really feeling Carl Lawson and Duke, I still feel like look out for them. I still feel like look out for North Carolina State. I still feel like I'm gonna see how we're gonna do to at least be like in the top 8. Chavez is starting to look a little bit more poised. What do you think about Chavez the other night?
I actually saw this game because the other ones, like what's it called? For South Carolina and them, I couldn't do it because I was doing something for my child development project, so I couldn't see the game. Mm-hmm. But for the NC State versus Oklahoma game,
it was good.
Yeah, it was. Hold on. I'm trying to. Chavez looked really good. That's for one. Westmore doesn't. I feel like in my opinion, everybody else was saying in the chat that I was watching it in. They were going after Westmore because he seemed like he didn't know what the heck he was doing in the last few minutes in the fourth quarter in overtime. He didn't know what he was doing.
He didn't have like a set plan of what was working to even get him there, and to continue to use it. Go to it.
His out of bound plays were really bad in the last seconds of the fourth quarter.
They got to work on that.
Huh?
They got to work on that.
Yeah, that was bad.
His out of bounds plays are killing them. And they seem kind of lost on them, too. What's my take on Ole Miss? Whoa.
They're good. They're really good.
They're good. They're good.
I didn't
They're
think
pretty
they were
good.
because of that game. Who they play? Memphis. I didn't think they were good because it took.
No,
Memphis
you see, okay. Ole Miss got, you know how I feel about the leprechaun, right?
Yeah.
She got so pissed off.
Yeah, I saw that.
And I've been trying to tell you guys that want her to be all hyped and extra. I was like, bro, you need to tell her to calm down. She needs to get a little bit more Juju Watkins poise, because this ain't it. It's going to cost them a game.
And it did. It did.
Because if you guys felt that, oh, they were going to lose anyway, oh, that's bullshit. You're covering up for Hannah, because I've seen people losing with 9 seconds left. Okay, there's ways that you can win a game with as much time as she had on that clock. She totally showed her ass. And some people are like, oh, that's not a big deal. They shouldn't be tripping off, blah blah blah. I agree to a certain extent, but the coach warned her. The official, the official warned her. It feels like something is missing on Yo's side. I think she can take some teams down, but not get to the Final Four. Hey, break that down. Tell me more.
No, I said
Tell
on
me
Yo.
more.
I'm here, Ju. Can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead, babe.
Hi. I was saying on Coach Yo's side, it just still feel like something is missing. Like she have the pieces, but something is just not.
It's always like that with her.
Yeah, it's like something is not clicking. Like I don't know. Like I think she could take some teams down. Like I think. And see, this is the thing where people get mad with me and say, "Oh, you're not an LSU fan." I mean, if you're watching it and you're doing takes and you're being a realist, like, and if that's your team, you know your team weakness and strength, even if you don't want to admit it. Like, I'm a realist, and when I talk about it, I like to talk about it. Now, hey, if my team LSU proves me wrong, then that's just what it is. But as far as strength and kind of like height and a little bit more maturity, I feel like I'm just using LSU as an example. I feel like she may have more. Now, can we all we need to do is win by 1 point. Can we pull it off? Okay, that's it. So this is why I'm saying I believe Yo has the ability to take some teams down, but I just don't see I just don't see her with the team that she have and just watching them play. Even when they play what was that team? Memphis? That changed a lot. Memphis was playing them good. But that just, I don't know, something about, I was like, it's something. And then
Brazil said it's something about the state of Mississippi.
Oh, that may be it. I don't know. Maybe it's dry over there or something. I don't know. But it was like, and then when I tuned into them a little bit, and because I was trying to watch LSU, when I tuned in a little bit to see, and they were down, and then they put the camera on Yo, and Yo was sitting there like, yeah, y'all ain't one this ain't what I thought it was gonna be. Something was like, yeah, I don't think she believed. But when she won, and I went back and watched the press conference, I'm like, oh, now she feeling a little bit better. Because I was like, what the hell? And it was like, and at the beginning, looking on paper, and when she kept getting these recruits, if you ever see me talk about it in any circle, I kept saying, Coach Yo team, Coach Yo team. Like, I feared it. I fear no one, but I kind of feel like it'll be way more of a challenge with everyone else.
Listen, I'm gonna let Jacob go, but let me say this: always fear Coach Yo's team, always, because her defensive. I mean, the way that they play defensively, like when we were in Paris, and it was our first opener and our first time playing together, like with Kennedy and Kiki and and then Juju and Malia, I think was the point. Listen, we had them the little butts by like 18. We walked off the court like, hey, we got this. And we came back, right, Jacob? Third quarter shit. They started like catching up, like making these bomb shots and stuff. I was like Juju got a busted nose. Like we barely got out of there against them. They can do it
No,
sometimes.
she always see. That's why. That's why I made the statement I made. And I'm not talking about it in a reference of Coach Yo, because I believe that I was so high on her because I believe that Coach Yo went in that office because if you look at the year before, she had to call out like Ole Miss, like the people in Ole Miss, like they only care about football, and she like no, women basketball is important. So I think they were not giving her the goods that she needed to
Yeah.
pull what she needed to pull. This year, I think, hey, she got a little bit more leeway. And
Yeah.
granted, she been getting what to the Sweet 16 each time.
Does she
So
get
she
to
has
the 16?
yeah, she hasn't been doing bad. So I like Coach Yo as a coach.
Yeah.
I just think
Yeah.
it's something that's missing.
Money. Money.
Yeah, that's not getting her to the point of where she needs to get. And truly believe she wants to go. I know that's her goal this year is probably to go
I
further. But
remember I remember tuning in to Coach U about 4 years ago, and she was like, the new shiny thing on the block. And the
hmm
way that she came against South Carolina, I really thought that she was gonna get her. Like you could tell that it's like she just didn't have the body, the resource, but she was coaching her ass off. She had
yeah,
down on the ropes. If she had better players, she had down on the ropes. I was like, okay, she's not playing. Like she is ready to
no, that's
coach.
what she really. Yeah, that's the Allen. No, that's she really. Coach Yo really on. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah,
then and for Coach Yo, I feel like by her grinding from the bottom, start. I'm not gonna say the
yeah,
bottom because it's not the bottom,
yeah,
lower level, and then coming up. You
yeah.
know, she's she's up there, and she doesn't slight anyone. She doesn't do it in a disrespectful way, and she's been doing it with that little poor piss of stuff that Ole Miss been giving her. Like I don't even think
I
they
mean,
should miss
that's
this coach.
incredible to do what she's doing if they're not giving her no money.
Right, that's what I was saying. If you look at it and you look at the story and stuff like that, like I watched, she had a documentary or something, I believe it was with um um one of her people from the island or something like that, and I
Yeah.
watched it and I said it's something. It's I think if she went to another school, she probably would be further because it's just something about that old miss. They don't care about women's basketball. It's just not. They're not giving her what she
I
needs,
mean,
but she good. She did
it's
good this
really funny
year.
because they had who they used to have years ago. I mean, they know what it's like to be in the Final Four and to win years ago. Like I don't know, and you get money for that the further you go.
Yeah, but I don't think they put it into the program. Like you could tell the schools that put money into where their women's basketball program is important. It's
Yeah.
of the number. You know what I'm saying? Of course, they're gonna give them something because that's an option you want to have at your school. But you can tell most of the schools,
She won't give her an ice machine. They told her to buy some ice trays from the Dollar General. That's not
see,
support.
that's
Yeah,
what I'm
that's
saying, and
that's not cool. That's
I'm
not cool.
inclined to believe that they playing with Coach Yo. They need to give her some more money,
Yeah, that's
put
not
a little bit more thought behind it. But that's great on her behalf because you gave me nothing, and I've been bringing you a whole lot of.
a whole lot of.
Yeah, because Sweet 16 is good to give me nothing.
Yeah, and you get money for that because I think I went to the Sweet 16 and um, they paired us against someone like instead of going out of the region, we had to play Pomona, which was eventual winner, and we had already put. It's kind of like what happens to USC where we play. I knew we would play UCLA 3 times last year, and then I was like, ultimately, we'll probably play them again. For instance, in the Final Four, if they, you know what I mean, because the way they lined us up, where we had to go through UConn, and then eventually we're gonna have to come, you know, through UCLA, and that's how it was with us. My team in college, I was going to eventually go through Pomona, and I already played them 3 times. I played them 2 regular season conference, and then we just started the whole conference championships that you got tournament that you guys are seeing now. That became a thing. So there's like had to play them through that. Then we had to. So then we're going along. You play your first round, second. So then here we go. We got to play their asses again. And I'm like, can we just meet them again in the Final Four or something like that? Like, I mean, you know what I'm saying? And
Right.
because you're looking out and you're like, I know we could probably beat them, but I can't beat them. And if I want to lose, let me lose on the highest stage, not this stage. Like, so that's how I feel. That's how I feel with a lot of teams nowadays, where it's like, damn, they have to go through them again. That's what used to happen with Vivian Stringer, and she got out of the conference because it was like Pat helped her. It was like, we're never gonna get out of here because we always have to face freaking UConn. And then so she Rutgers switched over. And then eventually Rutgers got to go further on. And then, and be in the mid. But she got the money. She went and got Cody. So she must have spent something on her. So she's letting Cody like run the show. So last night, Cody and what is it, Hannah? It was like like going back and forth or something like that. And they were they kind of jawing at each other too?
No, I don't think it was Cody and Hannah. It was Hannah and
Who's she going after?
the one that's I don't want to say Nigerian. What her name is the tall one
for Ole Miss.
For Ole Miss, yes. What's her
Yeah, let
name?
me look. I can look it up. Let me try to find the.
Yeah, the girl. I like her too. I think she's a good player. Dang, I can't think of her name for nothing in the world.
Where's
She's
I'm really happy that Coach Yo got that win over a program like Notre Dame. I don't care that Notre Dame is not whatever. You still are a prominent program. You are a well-known, historical program that's good for Coach Yo. Period. That's your bag.
That's why I came up here. Really, it was for Notre Dame, but I just elaborated on Ole Miss really quick because I'm gonna get out and go.
Is her name Iwala?
Oh yeah. Oh, I can't think of her name, but it was those two.
Okay.
I think they thought that. I think Cody was trying to tell Hannah to knock it off or whatever, but it wasn't with Cody. It was with the other one. I can't think of her name.
And that other girl, Christine Iwala, had 18 points, 13 boards.
She which was surprising. I don't know what Hannah. I kind of watched it again to try to catch what was going on because the other one.
There was still time on the clock. I don't care. Like, you don't go.
Yeah, but I don't think they should have ejected. Like, come on, it was only
he
like
gave her a warning.
seconds
He gave her a
left.
warning.
Yeah, but come on, Drew. It was seconds left. Like, be for real. It's not even that serious. Like, it was only seconds left. Like, be for real. Like,
they already won. Like Hannah, and then they said. So then I heard somebody else break it down. They were like, "No, they've been talking to Hannah, warning her earlier." So it was like, and everybody, right? So it was like, yeah. So okay, Miss D said Cody and Hannah are cool. They played together on the US.
Yeah, it wasn't Cody. It was the other girl because they was telling her it was all right, and that kind of I said Hannah must have said something to her, like really, really like to tick her off because she's not an emotional. If you watch her, she is not an emotional player. She began. I don't watch a couple of games where she got fouled and everything, and they never called fouls, and she never like. I'm like, damn, she's emotionless. She
played really well.
Any emotion. So and Hannah said something because I'm like that girl right there. Every time I watch her, she never like.
But how did Hannah and her get tangled up if Christine Iwala is a forward? When did they like? Why would they have ran into each other?
Let me go to Ole Miss roster and tell you.
I got it.
Is it her?
It's Sierra. It's Sierra Sienu. That's the
girl.
Tino.
That's what I was trying to
say.
It was her. And if you ever watched her play, she's don't.
Mali.
I said not. What I said, Nigeria. I for the girl in Nigeria. I know she was from
She
somewhere.
only had 5 points that game. What was Hannah picking on her for?
But she was. She's like, even though she don't have a lot, because about her sometimes she miss a lot of shots too. But
Yeah,
in
she
the
did
game
a
she's
lot of
kind of
shots.
like she's physical with her body. So
Okay.
I don't know what happened with her and Hannah. They didn't really show that part before I even
Yeah.
knew something was going on, and it
Yeah.
was her. I caught like the tail end, but I'm like,
Yeah.
eh.
It could have been. Yeah, she played 36 minutes, 5 points, 1 for 6, 0 for 3, 6 boards. Maybe on the rebound they could have been colliding. Who
That's
knows?
what I'm thinking. Because with her body, a lot of times she goes for the
Yeah.
rebound. Now I noticed watching her, she does miss a
Yeah.
lot of shots, and I think that irritates Coach Yo. But from a physical standpoint, her presence is like always like shown. She goes in there like she will go get it. Like it's what I see from her when I watch her, but she
Yeah.
never make
Yeah.
her
She's
shots. It's
second.
like,
She was second in rebounding to Christine. Cody was only had 4. Look, they got Diamond. Oh, Little DeShields. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They got a nice 10, 10 people. Hannah and them. See, this is why Hannah. She's gonna have to really. She said Hannah was backpedaling.
so that was my question. I came up here about Hannah about this. Okay, now I want to get a Notre
She
Dame
only
game.
got 7 players, dog. You guys, you cannot. She needs to get prepared to lose a lot of games. She gonna be okay next year. She got some good people, some good recruits. Me and Jacob saw coming in, but you got 7 players. 7.
Eh, I don't know.
And I
Part of
know
me
that's
say,
usually all of you play is 7 to 8. But she playing 38 minutes, yo. 38 for a
but
whole
isn't that what she
year.
wanted? That's how she wanted it to be. About
Well,
she wanted to be the complete show, right?
star, the complete show. Instead of you should have let
So,
your senior you should have respected Olivia Miles and let her stay there and help you out. Like it sets you up for shots, Hannah, instead of you trying to do it. All Hannah gets is steals and transition. That's all she's getting. To me, she's just getting a bunch of runouts. How many steals did she have that game?
I can look at it right now. Let me check.
because it's like all teams are going to do that. Once you might get off, but once they figure out how you're being used and figure out how to shut you down, that's it. It's a
That's
wrap.
it. You ain't no big 6'2" guard like Juju or nice contact. Even Little Paige was taking contact. But I'm like, Hannah, you have a gift. Your speed, your ability, your quick hands. She got 5 steals. All of that is great. But nobody's gonna catch you on a run out. I get it. But sweetheart, like you little. You just little. So 3 ball, you need to be chilling and letting somebody. You should have let Olivia be there to help you get open for your wide open threes and really start being consistent on that and keep playing strong defense. Because right now, like what you're trying to be all American, all everything, your body can't take that. I just don't think it can. I just don't think it can.
And that coach, she got that coach on the leash. Everybody like to talk about
Absolutely.
Fly J and Kim,
Absolutely.
but it's expected because
Absolutely.
LSU is just whatever. But I see that happens a lot, and people don't talk about that enough with her. It's the
Oh, I
same as
see
a
it.
lot of
Well,
players.
we've been talking about it,
like
baby.
that.
We've been talking about
I
it.
talk about it, and it's
Oh,
annoying. It would be annoying if I was on a team because it's like she plays to her and like I'm your little daughter, I'm the little Ivy, and I'm like, come on, man, like people, play. Everybody needs attention from their coach. Everybody needs to feel like they have a relationship with a coach. Everybody on your team got to feel that. You can't hog up all the attention, especially Olivia being a point guard. Her and the point and the coach have to be on a string. They have to be able to read one another. But with Hannah, yeah, she said Miss D said that's why Olivia left.
And I don't blame her, cause I don't blame her, cause who wants to deal with that? Like, even
Nah.
you, you gotta learn. You have to learn.
I remember we had a similar situation, and in my team, and I remember like everybody noticed it before I did, and then I was like, because I think I might have been still getting some minutes, and they weren't really my position, but there were times this person was in there, and I was like, they trash. What are we doing? Why we don't we need the best players on the court right now? Why are they getting? She trying hard. She doing everything. This is not nothing to do with Hannah, but it was just the fact that it was the favoritism. Like you can't do that.
Mm-hmm.
You can't do that because everyone's noticing, and it's like we didn't have nothing against her, but it was like she got more leeway than anyone else. Is what I'm saying. And it was not the time for that. There was times where it was like, it's just not the time for that. They trash.
Brazil,
Period. Like,
Brazil, you see Texas Tech is smacking BYU. They
I'm
can't
watching
hold
the
on
game.
to
I'm
the
watching the game
ball.
right now. I'm watching the game right now.
so
Yeah.
so look, so this is the team that Chavez was one of her top teams that she was choosing from. So I'm about to look at it because if you just said that you guys like the way Texas Tech looked, and I know Texas Tech got money because they gave that softball player $1 million.
No, we talking about football right here.
Oh, I was about to say it because I was about to say because
No, we
I
talking
was
about
about to
football.
say Texas Tech basketball. Let me know because why was Texas Tech on her list? So TCU is up 55-28 to UTEP. Oklahoma State 10-3. You know what I'll watch later if I'm not leaving the house? Iowa and Rutgers. I want to see Iowa. Iowa's ranked 12. TCU is ranked. So, question: do you guys think that TCU is worthy of the 8th spot right now?
They haven't really played anybody outside of NC State, so I would say no.
Oh, they haven't really played nobody. Oh,
No.
Well, I would say they would because then one thing about me again, my LSU crew, they gonna say you a fake LSU fan. No, I'm a
no, you're not.
two things that's true. I'm an LSU fan and I'm a realist, so I'm gonna always keep it real. I can't fake, but yes, they should be there because your schedule is
Okay,
your schedule.
okay.
All that about you ain't play nobody, you ain't hardly play. Your schedule is your schedule.
You
Period.
still right. You still gotta
So
like
if
perform.
we gonna say that about TCU, then you might well say it about LSU. Same thing, same difference. Which I feel if that's where you're at, until you get knocked from where you're at, I don't know who puts who where, what is the committee, what they're thinking, what they go off of, and all of that. They say they go off of these things, strength of schedule, blah, 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 blah. But there's a couple of teams and placements where it's always questionable. So as of now, yes.
Okay. And so they're number one in the Big 12, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I think that Olivia is proving the point that she's made the right decision at this point. I think that Olivia has
Well, she
really.
definitely did because looking at Hannah, yeah. Mm-mm.
Oh, Brazil said Jordan Peele. Olivia spoke with Jordan Peele. And he told her to get out, and she did. I thought it was going to be a beatdown. They toyed with them in the first half. I haven't watched Iowa yet. Yeah, I heard Iowa's kind of good. I was saying this for last week. The players on other teams have arms and legs too. That's right, exactly. It's like you can sit up there and say that. Wow, we shut people down was like Kim won with this quote unquote cupcake schedule. Like she woke up when Duke came at her because Duke has been playing like top tier teams and losing, but it's okay. You're playing them, and they we all know they got tough defense. So I think it kind of startled them at first, and they just needed to rev their engine, and they did. And once they revved it, it was off. They were gone. And so I think it's a good idea to have a good mixture, especially when you have like new young players. They gotta get their confidence. You gotta get their chemistry. They gotta start learning each other. Like it's nothing wrong with that. Say preseason, but just know you got to be ready to go come January, February. Miss D laughing. I'm getting cooked by Bear Beauty. Jacob. Uh, high skill, she coming. Yeah. Nah, you're just telling the truth. But like they said, they got armed. The other team got armed the legs too. You still got to play the game, or you could fall into the trap of. If they're trash, you can fall into the trap of playing like trash. So the skill and all of that is staying disciplined. Don't fall into the trap of say playing to their level. Don't do that, and you'll be fine. And I think scoring 100 points tells me everything I need to know.
And the thing about them scoring 100 points, LSU could, like, people, are you really serious? Like, did you
What?
really think, or do people really think LSU couldn't get 100 points? Like, be for real. Kim started doing other stuff to kind of, I think she did that to slow down the expectation of 100 points, 100 points, because she know as she go on with her schedule, you are
Uh-huh.
not going to be doing 100 points. You may come close, you may
Uh-huh.
not hit it every night. So, it,
Right.
like, come on now, be for real. Kim know exactly what she. Forget the 100 points. Let's take the win. Let's
Yeah.
practice. Let's move on. At 90 something, at 80, I think once she got up over a certain point with dude, she was already transitioning on what can I do next.
But if she
Like,
goes
come
to
on,
the
be
bench,
for real.
but if she goes to the bench, and you know what's on that goddamn bench, they're all guards and scorers. How is she supposed to slow down?
Yeah, she
Everybody that she puts in can score.
exactly. So that's why I say like the 100 points is okay. Knock it off. If she's already proven they can make 100 points, and they could have did it on Duke, knock it off, please, with the 100 points. And I'm glad they let that go, so they don't have to worry about that. The
Right.
only thing I'm gonna go Christmas shopping, guys, so I'm gonna go.
Okay.
But I want to say one more thing. The
Okay.
only thing that I think is that Kim, I would have liked for her to put Divine in. I mentioned that in the chat, Divine.
Oh.
Because what I think Kim is learning this year is
Mhm.
also is that, well, I ain't gonna necessarily say learning because I would say last year she had zero. The trust for the bench was in the garbage can. You could
That was
score.
a god
So
scam.
I'm not even gonna say learning, but it seems that
Right.
the statement that she made that she believes
Mhm.
everybody on her bench can go. I believe that's 100% true.
I believe it. I believe it.
Because if you watch her, she pulls them. The only thing I would like for her to do is give Divine more minutes because there's a few
Mhm.
times she have put Divine in, and Divine has been productive. Put everybody, put
Mhm.
Divine in more because if you want to keep, you have to be doing it for this to win, and then also
Mhm.
next year because you don't. Divine be looking a little suspect, like lady. If you don't put me in, I'm gonna be out of here.
Out of here.
Remember, she come from Iowa now. I'm gonna be
Yeah.
out of here on the next thing
Yeah.
smoking. So I would like
Yeah.
for her to try to put her in. Because I know everybody that she put in thus far, she's 100% confident in them.
Okay.
And the second thing, what I like about it,
Gotta
about
keep them
Jada, what I'm
engaged.
noticing
Yeah.
about Jada,
Mhm.
keep them engaged. Right. That's what I'm saying. She be looking a little lost on the bench, like, lady, when this season over, I'm out of here. I'm going back to Iowa. I'm going over here to pay for Iowa or Iowa State or somebody. Ain't your way down here to sit on your bench and look crazy. So
Why is
I like
everybody so
him.
impatient? They're like sophomores and freshmen. Like, chill out.
You know the
You got
I
seniors
mean,
are gonna be people gonna be juniors and seniors above you. Like you, unless you standing out way, like, come on. What?
I was thinking about it. I was trying to put myself in those shoes because we not because like back in the day when you say you played you, we can't even go back that far because we know
Yeah,
things were different, right?
yeah, yeah,
You if you sat on the bench and then eventually things came in order. You come in, you wait your turn, blah 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 blah. You know it was you trust the
yeah,
process.
yeah.
Things are different now.
Hmm.
Things are different, and then schools,
As they should be.
yeah, and then schools that were not as important, you
She
know.
has an embarrassment of riches on that bench.
She
Yeah,
has what?
an embarrassment of riches. She has so much riches. It's like off that bench.
She does, but she needs to. There were moments. I mean, at this time, if I'm a player, right? True enough, I came in as a freshman, right? I'm waiting my turn. We had to catch up in the
But
Duke
you
game
gotta
or
keep me
whatever.
engaged now. But you still gotta. If I got game, you gotta keep me
And
engaged.
then this is my thing. They were up on Duke. You couldn't get a girl 2 or 3 minutes to
Right.
freshen up and see. Just like you forgot about scoring 100 points, you
Okay,
knocked it off with
but see,
100
there's some
points.
stuff that you don't know all the time. We don't know how she's been practicing. What's her effort been there? Has she been late? We don't know every little. Does she get in there and get lost? Like there's more stuff that we don't know
Well, Drew, I guess. See, now you done talked me off the
because
ledge about that.
only because you feel so strongly, and I respect your takes that you know that the girl got game is what you're telling me. Like Julie, she could play da 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 da. So it's got to be another intangible factor or factor that we don't know because there's no reason for it. Like, what is it? Somebody who's not advocating for her. Like, you got assistant coaches. Like, give everybody opportunity because I haven't seen Barrage anymore. Where did she go? I know Gilbert. We're praying for her.
That's Barrage. That's what I'm talking about, Divine.
See, that's. Then I totally agree with you because I had said that earlier this year. That's a freshman, right? I said
Yes.
this girl got game. She got to get in this. She's solid. So, I mean, she was so solid, and I seen her like she was like 4 for 4, something like that. She was real efficient. She was very. I just saw something, and now that you're talking about, now I know who you're talking about. I 1,000% agree. And I kept that. And the other night when I was watching, I was like, "Where's Barrage?" That's what I call her, Barrage. I'd be like, I don't even know if I'm saying her last name right.
That's why I never say her last name because I don't want to mess it up. So I just say Divine.
Yeah, that girl, that player, I 100% agree with you because I was like, what's going on?
Yeah,
Why is
that
she
was
not getting in the
bothering me
game?
so
It's
bad.
bothering
I'm
me a
like,
little bit. I get it.
yeah, I'm like, you're up enough points that you could put Divine, even if it was nothing but 2 to 3 minutes in that moment in that game with that environment. I
Yeah,
believe for
yeah,
Divine, it would have felt like she was in for 5 minutes. You understand what I'm saying? Like you were up enough,
yeah.
you were winning the game. There was no reason for you not to put her in.
Wow,
Kim.
wow.
Now I love Kim Oki. Now don't get me wrong, but yeah, I'm gonna call you out on some things because the reason why I'm so like stuck on that is because well, I can and cannot be. I, I didn't care for the bench last year either, so I don't blame her. Kim, she barely even looked the bench way, so I kind of agree with her. But if my thing of it is, you don't want to get Divine disengaged, and then down the line, down the stretch,
Hmm.
you need her.
Hmm. Hmm.
Simple.
Okay, okay. You call her Barrage your mama. You silly, Brazil. Thank you, Bear Beauty, for your take. I think that you're spot on. I like what you were saying and everything that you were saying, and I totally agree. Now that I know who you're divine, okay, I gotta remember that. And yeah, so you have a good one. Welcome back anytime. I hope you caught that. She might have already gone.
No, oh, she just left.
Yeah, hopefully she caught that. Agreed. And treat that bench as an afterthought. Yeah. Ooh, it's tough. It is really wow. Yeah. It's really tough. I mean, some things are obvious where you know that you really can't. I can look at my team and be like, even Coach G, she and you see it, Jacob. We get all the way down and we play Brooke. You know what I'm saying? We play Ryan. We play those. There's always going to be like two that might not. When you got like 12 players, you can hopefully play. If you get 10 in, then cool. But it's usually like 7 to 8. Headed out to Christmas. Have a good time there, Billy, with the Christmas shopping. Don't spend too much.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wait,
but
I have a question for you.
yeah.
I forgot to mention this. What was your opinion on the Tennessee versus Stanford game?
Woo! Bay Area. I'm Bay Area, so anytime I see Stanford doing anything like that, I'm like, yes. To be honest with you, I felt like Stanford had the win. They
did. I
had
agree with you.
the win.
I agree with you.
But what do you think happened? Like, what was it? What did Tennessee do differently that made that kind of Stanford girls? They get their flowers from me, DC. Hey, DC, they get their flowers from me too.
What's up, Donovan? Yeah,
Donovan.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
Talisha Cooper had like 10 steals, which is crazy.
Talisha Cooper, like, she's not playing. She's not playing. I felt bad for them against UCLA because they just totally like. You know what I've learned? They went away from their culture, their their theme of defense against UCLA, and then they went offensively. I really, you see, look, defense always turns to offense. That's what you're trying to make it do, right?
Yeah.
And so when you didn't have it, and then UCLA got, you're not stopping them because look, when we played them, they were about to take the lead on us at home last year.
Mm-hmm.
And the only thing that turned it around was defense, Juju's defense, and the runouts that they got. Well, our defense sparked everybody started trying to get up on that D. Malia, Rhea, Kiki, everybody, Clarice. We knew we had to turn it up. And that's where I felt Tennessee lost it right there because technically they don't really have an offense. Like, I couldn't figure out their system. Like, I can't make heads or tail of that. Like, looking at Tennessee makes me wonder if Wolfenberger wanted to transfer from LSU or if Kim told her she needs to transfer. I don't know that a coach will tell you that you need to transfer. I don't know if they would say that, Brazil. They can say it in a way that Coach Corey Close did it, in a way that was like, if you don't want to be here, get off the bus. That type of thing. You can't. This is not where you want to be. I don't think Corey really wanted to push those players out, per se. But she knew she was an embarrassment of what did you say? Embarrassment of riches on the bench. So, Tennessee doesn't really run that many sets. That they try to use their athleticism and press as an offense. Yeah, but it wasn't working. So then what do you go to? You feel me? Like, then what? Then Kim, what are you doing? Like, then what's next? Because clearly that wasn't working.
That didn't work against UCLA. That's for sure.
Because UCLA had 99 points.
And guess what, Drew? Guess what? Here's three things. They didn't have Sienna. They didn't have Tamia. And Lauren Betts had 7 points.
Exactly. Did she have 7 or 4?
No, she had 7. I looked. Gabriella Hawkins was hitting shots like it was
Man, I told you how me and Hawkins mom, we tight now. We tight.
Yeah.
Like,
I live 30 minutes away from her.
She told me if I want to buy a house, come to the Camarillo. She bragged about Camarillo. You live near Camarillo?
Yeah, like 25, 30 minutes away from it.
Yeah, she said that area all around out there is best kept. Like, I was like, okay. I took her card because I was like, I would be kind of. She said it's not that far from what she considered LA. She started with Westwood. She said it's not that far from Westwood. And I was like, yeah, if I were wanting to come into LA from that route, from that 405, but I used to do it all the time for years from Northridge when I lived in the Valley. The 405 was really just my vein on into Los Angeles. So I guess it would be the same thing.
Oh,
no different than the Antelope Valley. Shoot.
Hey, Joe, I actually have a story about Gabriella Hawkins. So my coach, my high school coach for my sophomore year, he coaches. It's not really about Gabriella, but it's about her teammates because it's kind of similar. So he coaches Gabriella Hawkins' high school teammates for AAU.
Uh-huh.
He was their high school he was their AAU coach for not Gabriella but her teammates. So that I thought that was pretty funny when I heard that.
He coaches
He coached them
our
in
teammates
AAU.
AAU basketball, right?
Yeah, I would say AAU.
Okay. All right.
Club ball, AAU.
Club ball. Okay. Yeah, she told me all about her family. She my son played. I said, yes. I remember he played for UCLA and he's in the pros, right? She goes, yeah. And she was just talking, and then I told you guys that at the end, she was like, she told me where she played. I told her where I played, and I wasn't that good, but I was good, and for the division she played in. I tried out for the Sparks because I had people to put a phone call in for me. And I said, I did too. I said, at Loyola Marymount? She goes, yes. So I was like, I was there too. At Loyola Marymount. So now we really like clicking, right? But the auntie really and I clicked first, and then her mom sat down, really tall. They're just blessed, genetically speaking. But and then I saw Miss. She said, "There goes Lauren's mom," and she's like, "Yeah, she's cool," blah blah blah. So, but if I hadn't known that they were biracial, and she said, "Hey, there's Lauren's mom and Sienna's mom," my eyebrows probably would have rose because I did not know. I did not know that they had a black mom, and I just didn't see it. So I was like, "Whoa!" I would have never guessed it. But the UCLA fans, that was sitting by, were really cool. Then we were surrounded by South Carolina. We all wanted South Carolina and UCLA to play. It seemed like the fans wanted that, but the way that Texas emerged out of this tournament, I am still stunned to this day. And I'm stunned, and I'm happy because I'm a fan of Texas. I've always liked Rory. I'm okay with Matt. I was a fan with Madison the first year, and then I like Jordan Lee. Carlton has really surprised me. Then you got Brea. I gotta vote. I gotta root for Brea from California, and then Oldacre. I love Oldacre, and then I think you and I tried to tell everybody they ain't even got Aaliyah Crump back from injury, and Judd and Preston. And you trying to tell me you don't think that Texas is a team to beat?
I think HD even said that in his video when he made it about Texas versus UCLA.
Rory and you had to calm Jordan down. You had to get Jordan because Jordan was trying so hard last year. She would get in, and you could see the greatness, and then she would just kind of like be moving faster than everybody. But now everybody is starting to move at her level, and they calmed her down. Like, hey, this is your spot. Get to your spot. This is when we need, and Rory's out there like her mind and her body are going together. But what's smooth is Justin Carlton down low. Like, I don't care how athletic South Carolina was or anybody is. The fact that girl knows how to take her time, use her footwork, get it positioned to get the ball back up to the basket, or she comes away with the rebounds. Amazing work down there. Kudos to her. She's smooth. And then Madison, it looks like Raven shut her down, but all Madison was doing was taking Raven out of the play like a decoy. If she's open, she's open. If she's not, she's not. Soon as Tessa got on her, she went to work. It's like she knew that she could take Tessa. Did anybody notice that?
A good defender too.
Did you guys know she did? And she did it to Raven a few times too. I'm looking at it from being there. I don't know what it looked like on TV, but yeah, she had her way with Tessa. Roy did too, because she took her laterally to that open spot. Bam. Nice jumper. Because wasn't UCLA winning and then Texas had to come back? It's like they warmed, or was it the other way around? Was it UCLA came back?
No, it was the other way around. Texas was leading by a bunch. I think it was by like 20 plus, and then UCLA cut it down. But they didn't. Yeah. They didn't get the lead.
lead. So it was really close games for both, but it was just the way that Texas showed more. They were more intentional and poised. Like they took control over the game to me. Like they had, he was coaching his butt off. Hawkins and Neekins was raining threes on them, and they had a true point guard. Like, yeah, Rory and Jordan, yeah.
Gio, I'm gonna say this: be careful about saying Vic is a good coach to Mid D, because Mid D is gonna say no.
Oh, everybody says that. Everybody thinks like they talk because he used to be the coach of Mississippi State back in the day.
Yeah.
And he used to give I think that's where and I think isn't that where Sophie Cunningham played?
No, she played at Missouri.
She played for Missouri. Yeah, Mississippi State. Okay. So there's something there with those Mississippi State and South Carolina and Vic and this whole thing with Vic and Don. There's something. It's just like Kim and Don. I think this is a personal battle as well between these two ladies. But see, the honor should go to Kim. Kim broke barriers. Kim came in as assistant, and then she already was a terrific point guard. She's probably one of my favorite point guards of all time. And then Don comes around, years later, and in terms of college, and then she's a different kind of point guard than Kim. Then they're both on the Olympic team. Okay, so they're both on. By that time, Kim's like, she's at that time older than me. She's a little older than me, yeah. And so she's like, okay, I'm pulling away. The reins is going to Don. Just like Don had to pull away, the reins went to Sue, and then Sue to Chelsea. So it's like, but Don ain't letting it go. Don's the hot ticket because she paid her dues for 9 years before she started really winning like this.
Yeah.
And so she's like the most current thing on everyone's mind, and she's built this whole culture. But so did Kim at Baylor. And then for Kim to come in and in 2 years win a championship at LSU, that's freaking amazing.
Yeah.
That's to
and
me.
Nobody was expecting them to either.
No, they weren't. I just saw the culture between them as teammates that made me and I can't find it on Twitter. I don't know how to look for it if I stop and try. But I tried to pin it. I tried to tell myself I want everybody to look back on when I said LSU will win it all. And it was during the season. And I saw this Angel Reese, and I saw how she talked to Alexis, and we had this little dynamite freshman, what's her name, Flage, and then we had decent inside Smith, but we had a cool little bench. They had a Carson and the other girl. They had a cool little bench, and so it was just the way that they rode for each other and how they just. I don't know. They had a lot of flair. It all made a difference, but they had heart. They didn't play from a machine or a system. They actually, they were able to bring out that street ball, if you will, when they needed it. And that's what a lot of teams don't understand, that your coach can say, this play. But if this defense happens and this defense happens, you need somebody on the court who's creative, if you will, or that knows how to get a bucket. And see, that's what I thought Latson's starting to do. Sometimes it's a little wild, but she was getting to the line and she at least made her free throws. Everybody else wasn't making their free throws, but she did. And that's what made her stand out. And then she was getting and she was doing some 50-50 balls. If you see her diving on the floor and everything, yeah, she was impressive. But I felt that some people feel like her stock is going down, but Ravens is going up. Whatever up may look like, hers is going up. I could see her fitting off the bench somewhere on a team. I think I wanted to tell you who I saw would be good going to the Fever.
Who?
Gabriella.
Oh, I heard Mike say that. I heard Mike say that.
Who? Oh, he
Why
said
did-
it. He said it too.
Yeah, he posted it on Thread saying
Oh,
like,
I didn't see it.
I think it was her and Janiyah Barker that he said like if one of those two.
Oh, he thinks
falls to the
Janiyah?
people-
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I did hear people think Janiyah, but I don't know. I don't know. Janiyah might get lost in the sauce. 'Cause
Hey,
you
Jew,
got
I got
Michaela Thompson. You got Michaela Thompson.
Jew, I got two predictions that might be out of reach, but I don't care because at one point I gotta say something that's out of pocket.
Okay.
What's it called? So I have if South Carolina and not UConn. South Carolina and UCLA play again. I have UCLA beating them.
Okay.
And if UConn and UCLA play, I think UCLA can pull it off against UConn.
Woo! But you know how UCLA be acting funky.
I know.
They're supposed to do it, but they just do. Oh, they just fall apart or something. Like, and how can be the only one trying out there? I'm like, what the hell is wrong with you guys? Call a timeout. Throw water in their face. This is the moment they need to wake up. I think they could beat South Carolina.
Sorry, Minty.
I'm gonna get a video. Because of the fact that South Carolina is just like short on people. But if they turn, if Duke is hot, sorry,
You good?
I didn't mean to call her Gabby. Gabriella, just the whole UCLA play, the Neekins, all of them play.
Yeah.
They should win. But they can't be afraid of, Kiki gonna go off too. If you have to bet, are you betting UConn or the field to win it all?
UConn is my safe pick, but I'm not 100% sold on them. I'm not 100% sold.
I would say UConn. I hate to say it though, because they're not like they're beatable to me.
I mean, look what Michigan did. Look what Michigan did.
But you're gonna have to play a damn near perfect game. You're gonna have to be able to go off, have some shooters.
I mean, UCLA
Like somebody
has
just
shooters.
go off, and they need to be shooting their butt off. Because when people shoot out of their mind, you have no chance of winning. It's not even anything your fault. It's just because they need to have UCLA needs to have their best foot forward. When Duke is hot and goes cold, then you go to Neekins. Neekins gets cold, then you go to Gabriella. Gabriella gets cold, I want to go to Kiki. Because Kiki's been playing super well too. And then Charlize Leslie Walker is a nice little addition.
Yeah. PG, yeah.
Yeah. And then you get some easy touches where Lauren just turns and faces the basket. Oh my goodness.
And Kiki's been getting getting a lot of rebounds. I think she averages like 7 or 8 boards a game.
Kiki been running on she's doing the doggone thing. Like she really is. And she usually tries to dive in there and get her layups and her drives and stuff like that. And then occasionally she throws some shot shoulders. Her shoulder had a procedure on it, so it's feeling better. And then you're missing Sienna.
And you're missing Tamia Gardner who can shoot.
Oh yeah, who can put you some buckets in. So I think, that's what you and I are saying. I think. My thing is, without some more help like Sienna Betts, who I hope is ready to go.
I heard she's out of the boot.
And Tamia, then here's the thing. Without it, UConn. With them two, we got a battle. Oh, she's out. Oh no, we don't even know. But he said that she's out of her. out of her.
That's what I heard. That's what I heard
Probably
from.
right.
I think Tulip was the one that told me that.
Yeah, you're probably right. She's probably, she's out. And then we got to get her moving. Like, because I was thinking by let her go through the month of December, but for sure get her butt back on January. We played on January 3rd at UCLA. And if she brings her back in then, oh my God. I bet that you're gonna be nice to your friend. We know you guys are friends. We don't need all that. Cause that's how Kiki was like, hi Lauren. Lauren wasn't feeling her. Lauren didn't even like her. She's like, oh. She's like, Kiki, I love you, but we good, but this is deeper. This is a legacy game. This is a rivalry. I cannot be kikiing with you right now. And she proceeded to show Kiki who's dominant. And then the next time, Kiki was like, oh, this is how we're playing? Boom, bam, bam, bam. The she started like, I'm like, girl, yeah, save all the kikiing for later. This is not a reunion in the beginning. So I think I might go there to watch it. I think I might. If I don't, I would definitely be there at the Galen Center. But I feel like we might need some fans over there, like for real.
So I don't know if you probably said this earlier. I was in and out of the chat because I was doing schoolwork. What's your opinion on Avery Howell returning to Galen Center tomorrow?
I don't think there'll be any boos or anything like that. I don't really think we feel any way like that too much towards her. So I think she'll be fine, but I think she's gonna get her shot blocked by Jazzy. A jumper out to watch the SEC championship game. Take care. All right. Oh, is that football?
Yeah, they're talking about football. It's starting. Okay. It's starting in like 15 minutes.
Okay, I'm gonna wrap it up too, but check this out.
What's up?
Okay, so after that, right? So then we're gonna play UConn, right? Okay, love her to death. Everybody probably still loves her, but I think Malia whenever she hit that floor, K9 hit that floor, she gonna be all up in her drawer. Woo, she gonna be all up in her chest. Trust me. Okay, and Malia, if you look at Malia from her last 2 years and look at her now, she's playing like she's totally matured. I can see. Yeah, I remember the little baby face would just come in like a little gnat, like a little beetle. Now she's like doing it all. Like I can shoot, I can drive, I can pass, I can floor it, get people, and definitely she, with the defense. I asked her at the game, after the game, I said, just so you know, Hannah fouled you. And this is how she did it. She reached up, she grabbed their left arm when you went to spin. And she's like, I said, so if I'm wrong, just tell me. She said, no, she did. She told me she fouled me. I said, okay. But like, no excuse. They didn't call it. She got the ball. Nothing I could do. I was like, right, but still, she's beating you. She's hitting you. Like, we see it. But gotta hit her back. You gotta hit her back, Jacob. Like you gotta, you know what I mean? You gotta guard and protect that ball. Period. No excuse.
Yep. Well, Drew, I have one question for you because because we were in another chat, we were watching a UConn game. It was me and Tulip, and like it's a person you heard of. Though I'm not going to say names. Though I'm not going to drop name. I'm not going to name drop. Okay. So we were watching UConn versus I think it was UConn versus Southern Florida, is whatever Jose Fernandez's last team was before he left for the Wings. And Kaylee Heckle played well, right? I don't know how it started, but we brought up like saying, "Oh, Kaylee Heckle was like trash or whatever." I don't remember. I got to go back. But I said, "Oh, Kaylee Heckle is finally done." I don't. Let me just get to the point. Who would you rather start If Kaylee was on this team right now, who would you rather start, Malia or
or
Kaylee?
Heckle,
Yeah, who would you rather start? If
Malia,
Malia, okay, that would me and Tulip said.
Malia. Shit,
I said
Malia.
Malia. I said Malia can shoot. She can play and she can play defense.
Yep. You see her scoring at the end of the game. You seen her like reverse rear. Kelly
Yeah.
doesn't do all of that. She doesn't. She doesn't play defense the way Malia does
No.
on the point guard. No. Nuh-uh. I'll take Malia. I'll take Malia any day. She's been there longer. She knows the coach. She knows the system.
Yeah.
She knows where
But
Juju wants the
it's
ball. She knows where this person wants the ball. She studies. Heckle don't pass for shit. She acts like she's a scoring guard. Like you are a point guard. Like, sorry, that's
Yeah.
an easy one for me. She wasn't ready yet. I was hoping she would. I don't know what she would have looked like. I mean, she went on that USA team and all that, but
And you know what, Tulip? Oh my God, Tulip was trolling in the chat. You know what she did? Remember that the Taya Fagan block? Remember that on Kaylee Heckle?
oh yeah,
She told the person who was watching the game in the chat. She told her, "Hey, watch that. Put this on the screen real quick." And they played it like 3 or 4 times. We were like, me and Tulip were dying.
I watched it that many times over and over and over. Because since Taya came all the way from like the other end and took an angle, how did she get down the court that quick? Like, and Heckle thought she had a wide. I think she literally didn't see her coming. And like she literally had no sense. No, you didn't even take a look. And that's what she'd do. She'd be so gung ho to get there. Like maybe if she would have went to the other side of the rim, she might have had a chance. But she had no recollection that she wasn't as wide open as she thought she was. And that's why it's hilarious. And that's the kind of stuff that I'm talking about that she would do. She wouldn't even sense that they were like, coming at her. I don't like that.
Also, Ju, answer this honestly. I know you take the bias out real quick. I just want to hear your honest answer real quick on this.
Uh-huh.
Do you think, and Tulip also said this, and I can kind of see why she said it. She said, do you think if Juju didn't get hurt, would Kaylee Heckle leave if Juju didn't get hurt? Because she said about the championship stuff, because like as soon as Juju going down, she said Kaylee Heckle said, "Oh, I'm out." That's
kind of selfish. That's kind of crazy to me. I kind of felt that that doesn't make sense for her because it would mean that you get more time. Me personally would think. I think it really had to just wanted to be closer to home type of thing, and she felt like they weren't developing her, but they were developing you. You got 14 minutes a game, and the times that you were at one point, you were doing almost so well that I thought you was going to actually take that be second behind TiVo. We brought TiVo over. She's a senior.
Yeah.
You can't,
Fifth year senior.
Yeah. So you don't dog her out like that.
No.
But then there were times where she was lost on defense. I caught it too early on, and then they had to sit her down and talk to her. And then it was like, but Heckle, you're on the bench. What are you watching? You can't afford to come in like that. And then, there was a stretch where Malia missed a few games. Everybody, I mean, we were struggling in that spot.
Yeah, everybody was missing games. Like, I think the only one that didn't really miss a game fully was Kiki. I think she only missed like one half out of like the whole game, out of a game the whole year, and that was against Purdue. And then they said, "Oh, Kiki's ready to go." I think they just wanted to sit her down because it was like
because that was such a raggedy game. You could tell they're about to hurt her. She's like, "I'm not about to waste my time here when we about to blow them out." Like,
that was
great. Just be cautious. Sit down. I didn't mind that either. But like in the guard position between TiVo, Heckle, and Malia. And then I like the combination when we didn't have none of them in, and we had Jewel over at the kind of like bringing the ball up, like Kennedy, Avery.
I remember.
Rhea and Kiki. That was our big lineup, our big guard kind of lineup. But yeah, I think it was that and wanting to be closer to home, but also just she said it something about, and I'm like, that was kind of rude. Like you want it to be the, but you gotta listen. Jew puts in work, but she after practice she works with her dad or Phil Handy. So and then Tebow showed herself going in there, getting up shots, and her shots started falling from deep. Let me see. Who else was they showed them working? You got to work on your own after, before or after practice.
Yeah.
And if you got NIL money, you need to hire somebody to work with you or get with Deli or Rex or whoever the guy, Aaron
Yeah.
to work. Not Aaron. What was the lady's name? She played for Narbonne.
Who does she play for? Maybe I can get that for you.
Or Willette. What's our assistant coach?
Oh, I know who you're talking about. What Crockett? She played for UConn, I think.
And she, when in high school, she played for Narbonne, the winning programs with Narbonne.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I just feel that I don't know. I feel like she. I don't. I think Coach G gives everybody time that deserves to have time. That's all. Be Will, we about to leave now.
B Will, I saw you in other chats. What were you? Oh my god. I saw him
Hey,
in other chats. I saw him in other chats.
before I leave, let me talk about the magazine self article that Juju has and her YouTube video. Go see it. Go check it out.
I saw the video.
I thought it was really good. I think the questions and how she was answering it, you get a sense of her personality. I really feel positive about her recovery and training. And I know exactly which muscles that she wasn't strengthening that she's now strengthening. And that is going to make a huge difference in her game. And that's her glutes, her quads, and her hamstrings. I don't think she really focused on those because Jew is a horizontal leaper. I'm a vertical leaper. She's got aggressive. She's aggressive. She got some explosiveness. She has power. I have explosiveness and power. Like if I compare me to her as a guard and an athlete, and I'm saying that because it came from track. I think if she adds strengthening, and like she said, it's going to be on her radar now. The glutes, the hamstrings, and her quad. She'll be able to have the kind because she's already got the IQ for this. She'll be able to have that explosiveness. Like you notice, she doesn't have the straight up vertical like Kennedy Carter. She doesn't go bounce like up, right? That's going to give her that. And if she perfects that along with what she already has going on in her game, it's going to be scary times for people because that's why she doesn't finger roll. That's why she doesn't go over the rim when she lays it. She always brings it up two-handed or through people. This will prevent her. This is going to make her be able to stop and pop, stop and jump, jump shot, right? Like Kobe, it's going to get up more. No one will be near her when she pulls up. And that's what she needs to be able to get a little bit more vertical. And we had this conversation a long time ago, and I don't remember who it was with in my chat. If you ever come back, we need to talk about it, and we start talking about plyometrics and things like that. So, he's messing with his horses.
Jew, one more thing before you go. Live Mike said he's watching on his TV. He's watching your stream on his TV.
Yeah, I just was looking at that. I was just listening. Show him doing horse stuff. He's out there with the horse. That's cool. Is it snowing out there where he's at?
He's in Michigan, so I'm not sure.
What do they do with horses when it's snowing? Like, does he get the? I don't wonder what he'd be doing. Like, I guess he has a barn. You gotta still feed him, clean him up, and all that. So. So we're talking about. I was talking about Juju. So I was looking at that. The fact that Juju will be gone next week, so she won't be at the UConn game because she'll be with the USA national team.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, for the 12th to the 14th. I think it's smart to have her there, obviously for meetings and camaraderie. They do fittings. They do. She's going to be, and out of her mouth, I believe her. I believe with everything going well, going well from her. And now every time I see her at the game, now she's looking straight up and down. She doesn't look like she's favoring the knee. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's only been about 8 months, going on 9. By the time she returns this time next year, that'll be a good 18 months. Yeah. Now it's just going to be psychological, getting past that, mental. She's going to be better than she was before. Because I can see her maturing in her thought process and and confidence. And then everyone is younger than her. And this group, no one's, I felt people were fighting against her a little bit, unconsciously. Some of the new people, some of the people that are coming, that are, like a Jazzy, that have an utmost respect. Sanaya, looking forward to playing with her. Fagan, I'm looking forward to playing with her. Kendall, already her dog. Malia already gets it. Everybody understands you're going to have a role. You're going to have a role that Jude doesn't do, and you don't do what she does. Everybody does something different. That's why anybody that tells you in the chat when you're on people's shows, oh, they all play the same position, but they all do different things. That's why it will work. They're different players. You know what I mean by that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody can be the same, can play the same position, but you're not, or similar positions, but you don't play the same. You don't do the same things that each other does. And like even Sanaya Hall, she can play point 2, 3, but guess what? She might play a 4 for us, a stretch 4, and she can get in the post. She's about 6'3".
Mm-hmm.
And so, Ju she can post too. But to be honest with you, Ju's body and strength against a Sarah does not work. Where I think Sanaya will be fine.
Mm-hmm.
And Taya too. Like that's I mean, Sarah, I seen Ju trying to hold her. And I think that's why she was like, she didn't call for help. But Ju is kind of like, you know how Chelsea Gray be down there. She'll get on a switch and she'll be holding it down because she knows how to That's how it is when Ju's down there. But Chelsea's even quicker with the hands and even quicker. Has a little bit more body weight. She knows how to hold that big body off. So, and even though we're excited, Jacob, about next year, we still gotta hope that they can, they still gotta build chemistry. They still gotta gel. We still gotta, realize you might have low management minutes for a minute. I don't know, but at the end of when it all said and done, we should be right there where we need to be, and it'll be scary hours. But you and I saw what Texas was getting.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep. And a lot of
those
girls are young. A lot of those girls are young. They're
okay.
Not
Fair enough. And who else did we say that they're getting some pieces and we better look out? Who did we say?
Bjorn and let me see who else they got.
No, what team? What team did you say? You like Notre Dame, what they're getting, but they're young.
Yes.
Let's see. That was no Texas. I said Texas. Okay, Texas. What about UConn?
They got somebody. I gotta see who is it. I forgot the name, but they got somebody.
And have you noticed Blanca Quinones?
Yes.
She's a great addition to UConn. That makes them break out of the kind of like machine system type thing. She's a dog. Like you needed to have that one player that just this reckless abandonment gets in there and does it all. That's what the key X factor for UConn is her for me. That makes me feel like, okay, let's say you miraculously got to play South Carolina or LSU for the championship
Yep.
or Texas. You need somebody like a Blanca Quinones to get you going. So just let's remember her. Let's remember her. But let me tell you, the SEC is going to be. Hey, every game that we play almost for the Big Ten is going to be tough. Just about,
Yeah.
but just about. But honestly, the SEC games every night we got to be tuned in because it's going to be crazy. I don't care if it's Ole Miss. I don't care if it's Vanderbilt. I don't care if it's Oklahoma. Everybody can get it. Okay. Everybody can get it.
You want to cancel the ACC versus SEC challenge then next year because there's no chance that the ACC is going to get a game. There's no chance.
But have they gotten the game yet?
They got like 3, I think, this year.
Out of 15 to 3?
Yeah. I think cancel that, please. This is not a fun series that much. Cancel it.
It's embarrassing. It's like the SEC is like, okay, it's dominating them. Like, what is going on? What is really going on?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm looking at.
Drew, you know what I suggested? I suggested that some of the SEC, LSU, South Carolina, whatever fans, I said they need to set up a Big Ten versus SEC challenge.
Wait, a Big Ten against who?
SEC.
Well, yeah, why not? Wait, Big Ten. Let's see. Who we got in the Big Ten going to be going against?
Michigan, UCLA.
Oh, Michigan, I forgot. Maryland.
USC. Yep.
Ohio State.
Indiana.
State. Indiana.
Nebraska.
Michigan State. Because we still got some of them in the top 25.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, I know what we're gonna do. Are you gonna watch Keone Miller? Who's she playing against? South Carolina.
She playing.
Yes.
I think she. What game are you talking about? Are you talking about today or later?
Let me see. When is it coming on? I think Penn State plays South Carolina. I can't wait to see her go up against Raven and Tessa.
It's gonna be a
Oh
blowout.
my God. But still, it may be, but so what? Look, Keone she wanted to play us now, like she wanted to play against Juju, but I'm like, okay, why don't you get past South Carolina first before you start kind of come to us? But she gonna be like, I bet you Raven started laughing because like the way that she dribbles and everything in and out, and the way that she goes, I know she's gonna be fine, but she's gonna be laughing because she's like, look at this kid. Because you gotta respect it though.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So it's it's the next day after we play UConn.
Oh Lord.
Yes. December 14th.
It's gonna be a blowout, but I want to see how many Keone.
Oh my God, I gotta see this game. I gotta see Keone Miller again playing South Carolina with. She got Gracie Merkel. She still look
Solid.
Look, he's 6'2". He's 6'2". Let me see what Penn State got going on.
Wait,
it says a blowout. No, it says a blowout, like you said. It says 99%.
Wait, wasn't she supposed to go to Maryland? Gracie Merkel?
She left. She
Oh,
left before it even started. Whatever happened, it happened before they even got to going in conditioning training camp. Something that scared her away. Like, I want to know.
If she went to Maryland with the team they have right now, oh Lord.
Could she keep up though?
That would have been dangerous. That would have been a dangerous team.
But
Even
can
more
she keep?
dangerous.
But can she keep up though?
Good question.
So that's what I'm wondering. Is that part of the reason? Was there money? You didn't give the money you said you're going to get? Like, what made you bounce? Is it something personal? You need to be closer to home? I don't know. Let me see. Where's she from? Where's Marco from? She's from Kentucky. Oh, she could have played for Kentucky. She averages 23 points, tied for eighth, and 8.9 rebounds, 2.4, 74%. Wow, that's good. But then again, Jacob's gonna say who they play. Oh, they had 83 points against Nebraska. Nebraska scored 101.
Damn.
Nebraska. There was no defense.
There was no defense on either side.
Well, how did you get 8? Wait a minute. What? Nebraska. How many did Kiyomi have? She had 22. Not bad. 8 for 15. 0 for 1. She looked like she calmed down a little bit. Oh, she still got 5 turnovers. Ooh.
That's not good.
No, that's a lot. They must have been really.
Drew, speaking of Wilma Crockett, she actually she got introduced to the California Hall of Fame.
Southern Cal?
Yeah.
Okay, I can see that. Not by my friend. Yeah, that's where Ebony played, and a bunch of players came to USC one year. That we had the number 1 recruiting class. What a different coach, G. Well, I don't even want to talk about it. Came from University of Washington. I don't, because then I'm gonna start saying stuff. I don't even want to talk about that. I'm so pissed. So pissed. I hated that guy. Ooh. Everything in them were a hot mess.
Oh, you're not talking about Avery Howell and them, right? You're not talking about them?
No.
Okay.
No, I was saying, no. Avery and Savvy Sellers is gonna try to. She's gonna try to beat our ass without Juju present. She is gonna go try to go off on Sunday. Like, she's not gonna. And then Avery gonna, she's gonna try to go in on us. Try to tell them everything that we do. We have different players, but I think that Ken Dog and them will be up for it. Like, sometimes Ken Dog, when they're playing teams that they're blowing out, they get a little bored. But I think this is understanding that this is a Big Ten conference game, just out of the blue, like most Big Ten teams are playing other Big Ten teams. But, we don't want to start off our first Big Ten losing. And then, we're going to play them when.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Because I would hate to see us go like this: lose Sunday, play UCLA, lose. I mean UConn. Sorry, UConn on the 13th. Then go up north to this tournament I'm gonna go to that they're in, the Bay Area Classic, and lose. Like, because sometimes when you start losing, you start trying to fix something that's not broke. It's just it just broke, but it's not broken. And then you start eating at your teammate, at each other. And then you go and you play in this tournament thing because SinCal up north. So
what's good, Kyrie?
And then hey Kyrie, and then you lose. Now you might think and you may remember this when we had Mackenzie Forbes and all of them. There was a stretch that a lot of people didn't know because we were on the road going to Washington, Oregon, Washington. Remember that whole thing. They had a stretch there where they lost like 3 or something. Like, and that's when Jude said, "Bump this," got in the gym and hit the 51 and woke everybody up. Right?
Yeah.
That's the kind of thing that can happen when you have a mediocre team, like middle of the road team, like we have. We can either go wake up and believe in ourselves, get to the Elite Eight, or you can like say, I give up, I'm gonna wait till the. And I don't think that Caradon or London have that in them to do that. And I don't think Jazzy has it in. I don't think they all have that in them to do that.
I know Ken Dog does. I know Kennedy does. I know she does.
Now Kennedy be looking kind of like bored out there. I don't know, but she'll be all right.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Yo, what up, yo? Yeah, Kyrie. Yeah. We better not lose to our ex sniper.
Hey, we better not let her go off, or we're never gonna hear the end of it.
We'll never hear the end of it. Yeah, middle of the road. I changed it. We're not mediocre. Definitely not that. But definitely like middle of the road right now. That's all. And really, what is it? 300 something schools? But come on, like we're like 16.
Yeah.
So I believe it or not, I still believe we have a chance of being number 8.
I'm not mad at it.
Or even number 7 or 6. But it's up to us. We cannot, we need to be the type of team that the only team we lose to, if we're going to lose in our conference, is UCLA. That's it. Like, if they want to be who we're building to be, beat Michigan and beat Maryland. And I don't think it's hard to do. I don't know what threw UConn off about Michigan. I have no idea. But they're not all that. No, we're not mediocre. We're just young and inexperienced. Yeah, I changed that word. I shouldn't even have let it. It got out of my mouth. I was trying to think of a word that I meant like a little bit like middle of the road.
I think I know why Michigan came back against UConn.
Oh, why?
Because they relied too much on Avy Foot and they're strong. Nobody else was doing anything that game. That's why.
What? You're right. Well, wait. Well, what happened to Blanca Quinones or Sarah?
They were Sarah Williams wasn't doing anything. I watched the game live.
Yeah, I've been hearing about that.
She hasn't actually been doing anything the whole season, not just that game. She'd been underwhelming as heck. Let me check the stats real quick.
But Sarah,
I saw the game live, my guy. I saw the game live.
But Sarah does do a lot of things like if you're not looking for this offensive juggernaut, don't look for that. Look at what her job is: to protect the paint, get the boards, play defense, make room, open it up for, AJ to get shots, Sarah, like that. He said you were there. He said you were there, Jacob.
Here's why. Because Ashton Shade had 8, Sarah Williams had 6, KK Arnold had 6, Heckel had 3, Blanca had 2.
Ooh,
everybody else had 0. That's why I said that.
And AZ had what?
She had 31. Sarah had 16. Sarah Strong had 16.
Oh yeah, sometime it'll be like that, and you can still win.
That's why I said that.
But it was a balanced attack by Michigan. Were they balanced?
Not fully. It was Silas Ward and Olivia Olsen that had double digits. That's it.
Yeah, and Olsen.
29 and 18 from the both of them. That's it. From Michigan.
See, that's what I'm saying, and we've all seen how.
Oh no, B. Will. No, I was talking about Sarah Williams. My bad.
We've all seen how Sila gets up for big game, but sometimes she has it, sometimes she doesn't. Oh no, not Sarah Strong. No, I didn't. No.
She had 16 and 20 that game. I'm not talking about Sarah Strong.
You already know we ain't talking about Sarah Strong.
Sarah Williams, on the other hand, she's been underwhelming. Even Tulip said that. Yeah.
People are talking about it a little bit. They're wondering if, the Latsons and see, my thing was early on before we knew Ju was hurt. I felt like people like her were coming. You feel me? Like we needed that piece, and we would have done something with it. He didn't need it, but nonetheless, nonetheless, her 16 was quiet, but she was literally doing everything else.
It's
Yeah,
because
it
she
was
wasn't
kind of
really doing much in the second half. That's why. That's why it was quiet.
yeah. They and everybody is entitled to that one game that you kind of dip, and go in a direction that you don't think, that they're capable of. But you got finals, you got midterms, you got a lot's going on, like in life in general. And so what I mean, I know they knew that Michigan was pretty good. Everybody in the country knows that.
Well,
And
a lot of people were saying they were going to get blown out by 20 plus.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
That was just fuel to Michigan. How you feeling about Cara Dunn right now? I'm feeling good about Cara Dunn.
I like Cara Dunn. I like Cara Dunn.
I think Cara Dunn does a lot for us. Like, you feel like she could get more touches? Yeah, maybe. We do a lot of transition. So she get out on the break, she's gonna get the ball. Or when she takes her shots. So, lately they've been looking for each other. They're not really focused on, being selfish. But Kara does a lot. Sneaks in for boards. She's a stretch for us. She's like in and out. And then sometimes she's a big guard for us. And that's where I think we got the advantage with Michigan. I know they're ranked higher than us. I know they're doing super good. I know that people would even want them to be higher than LSU. But I just feel like we could beat them. But they came back like true Wolverines. Okay, Wolverines. And then there's with the Trojans, our rivals are football are like Notre Dame, Michigan, UCLA, and so because of that, those are the teams that it translates to other sports. So, but I don't get to see Michigan in person this year because they came to us last year, minus Sila.
Yeah.
But I think something is going to be played. I think something is going to be played in Sacramento this year, and I might go. I can't remember if it's the. No, it's not. The Big Ten conference is in like Indianapolis or something, huh? Ugh.
It can't be. It was in Indianapolis last year.
Let's see.
Unless they do it twice.
Wait, find out. Let's just try to find out right now real quick. Because something's in Sacramento. I'm thinking it's the March Madness, like the Western region. We're putting it in. Tournament.
All right, let me see. Wait, so Big Ten tournament. Big Ten women's basketball tournament.
2026. Yeah, that's in Indiana. Ugh. Indiana.
Tournament 20. It's in Indiana?
2026. I think they gotta have.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so sorry about the football. Sorry about your football team. What's your football? What about our? You talking about USC?
No, I'm talking about Michigan. I was trolling them because they got slaughtered by Ohio State. That's why I was trolling B. I was trolling B. Will.
I think they gotta have one player that can be the X factor on offense, and Jazzy does so much. Absolutely, Kyrie. Absolutely. And that could be anybody. That could be depending on the matchup. It could be Kara. It could be London, and it could be what's our well then obviously it's Kennedy. Kennedy really then it goes on down to maybe Mendez. We're getting Gerda going right now. We're trying to get her used to turning and looking. She won't look at the basket. If she's like a free throw and above, she won't really look for that shot. But down inside, she will. Thanks, Jacob, for backhanded display of sympathy.
Everybody knows I'm the YouTube troll. Not a troll in a bad way, in a fun way. Everybody knows I'm a troll.
So I'm gonna close out on this. I think we talked about it earlier, but I didn't get your thought. Do you think that what Flage did to Kara Lawson at the end was too much, over the top, competitive, passion?
It's competitive. It's competitive. It's nothing horrible.
I think Political Lil probably she's like she ain't never be on a USA team again, and I was like she ain't. Even though she tried to clean it up by shaking her head or whatever, hopefully she cleared it up, really clean it up, because that big system is so political. They already have so much talent, gifted talent that they just wait for any little thing that they can use against you. And I'm like, God dang it.
Yeah, that's a fact. No, yeah.
You got your goal.
I didn't think it was bad. It's competitive trash talk.
You know, the fans, we didn't think anything.
I know.
We liked it. We kind of like, well, see, I showed you, I can play, what you missed out on or whatever floats your boat, right?
And Kara I think she even said like she said
understood
something, but like it wasn't she said something, but not in a bad way. Like
yeah. She understood. That was trashy. B. Will said it's different if coaches are talking trash, but that's not. But that's not Kara. Not Kara won't do that. And I felt like she could have went and celebrated with her team. She can go make faces towards big folk. Go to your team. Cheer. June did the 4th down to the student section.
Yeah.
Don't. She kind of looked over at Corey for a minute, but don't do that. Don't mock coaches, or you never know when you run into these coaches down the line in your career. You just don't. Don't. They vote. They're part of the voting process. They could be that one coach that you dissed when it's time for you to get voted for SEC Player of the Year. She ain't gonna give you that vote. Like, I know Kara is an ACC, but just for example.
Yeah, I get you.
Like B. Will felt like it was trashy. It's just kind of like she could have celebrated differently than looking at the coach. Not the coach. You feel me? Not the coach. Even Janiyah, she shook her Corey saying, Corey, what? If you want to talk to me more, I don't even supposed to listen. But you did it so wildly by lifting your hand and snatching it away that, in a handshake line. And it was people accused her of not even shaking at all when she did, and she had to say something on Twitter. I did shake her hand. She definitely should have gotten that tag, but I don't like it. However, I still don't think it should be held against her. Right?
No.
Yeah, I don't think it should be held against her. But these people are like, look at what is it called? Candace Parker dunked in stores, and she never got back on Olympic team again. The Gino was over. And she played real good. I saw that whole summer that she played. Even the players were fine with it. She was going off. Candace stood out. Candace was getting them out of jams. She balled out. So her comment letter talking about she has nothing but respect for Kara is BS. That wasn't respect. That's what I'm saying. They're losing it. I feel like your girl Hannah's losing it. I felt like I feel like Flagey's losing it, trying too hard, um, over analyzing things. Their emotion, they're playing with too much emotion. It is November, bro.
Yeah, be well. You're right. Gino is a petty old man. It's
He's a
funny though.
petty old man.
It's funny. It's funny.
Listen, he disrespected Pat Summitt because he could have came in. He came off real chauvinistic to me, real misogynistic, machismo back in the day. And you're talking about a legend who drove the bus for her team, washed the uniforms for her team, like this stuff early '70s and Title IX ish that I'm privy of because being a trailblazer, being almost on the foundation of us getting into the NCAA, like you guys don't even know, like the stuff that these kids have now compared to what we had is at
Night
least
and day. Yes, I know.
night and day, and we still got had raw talent, still gifted, still my time still hold up to this day, and stuff that I did. But my thing is like, gotta have respect for legends like, Pat Summitt, um, Jody Conrad, I mean, Tar Vanderveer, Gino comes in with this. I think the straw broke the camel's back is when she wanted Maya Moore, he wanted Maya Moore, and I think it's been rumored that they did some trickery to get her, like some under the table stuff. Like I think something with ESPN going to the studio, something that he wasn't allowed to do, she did, and you know, I think that really ticked her off. I might say really bad back then. And then that's when he just started, yeah, he kind of took off before that with Swen Sue, Diana, Rebecca. He was coming along, but there was still people still had a chance against him. And I was like, but I think Tara took care of that though. I think she stopped her from, winning championships when she could have. So, but those were the days, and it still followed. It still followed her, career. All right, what time is it? Oh, 1:30? Okay. So look, I'm gonna head out to that game tomorrow, but that's not till later, like 5.
That's not until 5.
Yeah. And then you said, okay, South Carolina plays tomorrow?
I
And
believe
then
so.
RC wanted me to look at something at 2 o'clock. I don't tell him I can't. I don't think I could do that. Pat Summitt's the GOAT. No matter how many chips wins, he's trash. Yeah, he's in a trash conference. Yeah, his teams get to scrimmage all season long, just like LSU. B. Will, you heard it right here. See what he did? Because it's like, that's why I think there should be more tournament games.
Yeah.
In the beginning, I see the value of it now because then you really get to, have this false sense of hope that you're sitting up there in the 5th spot, 4th rank, or whatever, and we don't find out you're trash until we're like, oh my God, how did you get knocked out in the 32nd round? Sweet 16, and you had no business up there in the first place. Because Notre Dame was actually number 1 for a day last year and can't even get out of the Sweet 16. Like, bro, what? Come on. You sometimes you got to put the ball down. We're not practicing until we sit up here and figure out. We have a heart-to-heart talk. You guys have a heart-to-heart talk with each other, and sometimes coaches need to hear the truth too. They might need to have, the team tell them what they don't like or what they're picking up. But something broke down that was so deep that I don't even. It was embarrassing to me. I don't care. It's embarrassing to me. But I mean, they did try to battle that North Carolina State, but when they let Tanai Lasson and Florida State come in,
And they blew a lead also. They blew like a 13-point lead.
What is wrong with you guys? You Sonia Citron? You got Sonia Citron? You got
Maddie
Olivia
Westbrook,
Miles? Maddie Westbrook? You got
Latu King.
Latu King. You got Hannah Hill Doggle. Yeah, Cobalt, who's playing really well at LSU, by the way. What is your problem? Cassandra Prosper. I mean, like, it's probably more that I can't even name. Not a bad team at all. Actually, those two were like one of my favorite guards until they weren't. That's I'm sorry, they just were, and dual guards. Facts. Notre Dame was a good team. Something happened. It's something in the locker room. Kate said, "Nope, not another year. It is." She just got there, Kyrie. She just got. I think early on they were trying to feed her. They were trying to do the traditional, and they just got impatient with her. And I'm like, come on, keep it takes a minute. You can't go away from her. You gotta build her muscle, build her strength. You know what I mean? You gotta stick with it. You guys just said, forget it. She's not cutting the mustard. Let's go away from her. No, she's a freshie. She's getting doubled and come on now. That's why she's over there. She was sealing people off and posting really well last night. A few times she didn't get the ball, but she didn't give up like she did mentally. And then she started getting it, and then she showed them she could score. And then they said, "Oh, okay, Cobalt." But Cobalt, I mean, even when they didn't pass it to her, the person made the shot.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't it could have been, yeah, I could have passed it to you, or I could make it, so like that. But they were doing stuff like bricking, and it's wouldn't even give her the ball no more. Let her try. At least let her brick. So, and look, they don't be jumping on Nell Ivy's case, but they still got something to say about Coach G. And I'm like, what did Coach G do? Cobalt's gonna be the top big in her draft. Watch. Yeah, Cobalt gonna be the top big in her draft because she's what? Oh, do you like Trigger at North Carolina State?
Yeah, I like her. She's good.
Yeah, I like Trigger too. And then
she's more of a shooting big though. Cobalt's just a big, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Yeah. Notre Dame was the Seattle Storm of the college.
I said this so many times and I got canceled for it.
Top heavy for their own good. They're too top heavy for their own good. They're too top heavy. With the guard and the guards and the guards and the forward spot and everything. They're I didn't see it at first. And then I wasn't a Sonya Citron fan until she got to Mystics. And then I started to really see, what she's made, what she got she told, because one of the things Juju has to get better at is the 2-man game. She likes to say, no, I don't want to screen. No, I don't want to give and go with you. You understand? She goes around it. When she starts learning how to do the 2-man game, she'll be dangerous too. And that's what Sony taught Kiki. And I heard them talk about it. Kiki didn't know. She had to say, look, when I get doubled, before they get to me, I'm coming to you with the ball. And Kiki knew. She's like, get over here. And it was funny between them two. But she's like, you got to come over here. And that's what Kiki was standing around because Juju was such I'm going to fight through this. You don't want to come over there because you're going to bring your man. So Kiki got used to staying out of the way where other players, no, they need you to come. Set a pick, roll, set a pick, or come get the pass that I'm going to pass you because I'm being doubled. And so that took Sony to communicate that with Kiki. And Juju being a sophomore, being 19 years old, really not knowing, she plays off of instinct. She doesn't really know really all the time, what to say to them. Because she doesn't know what she's going to do until it's time to do it. That has to change. That has to get better. Does that make sense with her? That 2-man game has to get better with Juju. Now, Brazil's Bear Beauty said, I could talk about my team. I could talk about my favorite player. And it's not putting her down. This is just something that will save her on wear and tear. There's going to be times where she's going to still do it her way, and it's going to happen so quick. Doesn't really matter. You know to stay out of the way. But a lot of the time, if she adds that component and works the muscles that she talked about on the Self magazine interview, and she gets a little bit more plyometrics in there with some vertical, so that she can pull up on the jumper, even more so. Oh, she's gonna be deadly. It starts just being cerebral, just being very, like, you're a powerful player, but when you get to the pros or you get to the national team, these aren't college girls. These are women. So you're not going to be powering through. Maybe the first person you can. Juju being Juju's the second person step through. But because you have no vertical, by the time you do the Euro and you step through and you facing Asia Wilson or something, shit, you know what I mean? You are not, horizontal shot is not going to get off. It's just not. I seen that. Sounds to me already. Her IQ has gone up. Did you see that interview? Her IQ has definitely gone up. Koba also had a great shooting form touch. She just needs reps. Yeah, that's what I was saying. They went away from her. They didn't give her no reps. Like, she need to be in. She just started. I could tell that she just started like, forget it. She'll get it in the next 2 years. Look out for Toomey. Oh, look out for Toomey at UNC. I don't know who that is, but I will.
Thea Toomey, she's part of Juju's class.
She is?
Yeah. She was like she was like a high.
No, because it goes Juju, Michaela,
Jaden
Donovan. Who at least was 4?
Let me see. Actually,
I don't know. You talk. Is she a blonde? Is she blonde?
No.
Let's see. Because I watched that McDonald All-American game.
I believe she was McDonald's All-American.
Okay, hot take. Oh, Juju, Koval was too big last year too. She's in better shape. That's good. She's a redshirt sophomore. Oh, she's a redshirt sophomore.
Yeah. Because I heard she was injured her freshman year.
And she's in Sarah's class?
She's in Juju's class.
Then she's a redshirt junior. She played last year?
Believe so. B Will knows her more than I do, so B Will got all the information for you. Yeah, Thea Toomey was fourth in the 2023 class. She was the fourth-ranked recruit.
She's a 4. Okay,
yeah.
So she's definitely Juju's class.
Yes.
Oh, so her name starts with a C. Sierra Toomey.
Yes.
6'4", out of Pennsylvania. Averages 11.6, 7 rebounds, 1.5 assists, 65.3%. She's a forward. A forward. Listen, nobody gives a hoop or gives a time of day to North Carolina. And I always start to do it, and I just go ahead and I stick with it. But people are like, oh, they don't believe in them. They don't believe in North Carolina. And sometimes I feel like North Carolina don't believe in themselves either, because they're right there. Like they could be a spoiler team to me. They're ranked 11th. That's a middle of the road. Okay, they lost to Texas by 15. That doesn't look promising.
No. Well, Texas is also really good, so it's not the worst.
It's not the worst. But hell, anybody, I don't know. Texas is not a good gauge.
It's not like Duke, who getting their butts beat by unranked teams.
Yeah, no. North Carolina's not ranked 11th. They're good. They're gonna play Louisville. Here go one that Louisville may try to like. Yeah, Louisville may try to knock them off on December 14th. Ooh, that's another one. Louisville plays North Carolina.
That's gonna be a good one.
And that's another good one. Okay. And then in January they'll play Cal, Stanford, Notre Dame, Miami. Miami's pretty good, right? Sometimes.
Miami, I'm not very sure. I'm not sure about them.
Georgia Tech, Syracuse. Have you been watching Dominique Darius from USC over at Syracuse?
I've been catching up with, not like watching her games on TV, but I've been catching her up on the stats.
Okay.
I was like saying, okay, no, okay.
Okay, but I understand that they aren't a real contender, but let's just, you never know. People can go on runs and get there. Look, in the ACC, think about this.
It's wide open.
Yes, that's where I'm going. So they are number one in the ACC. Yeah, I was watching their affiliate at Syracuse. Yeah, but Syracuse actually is really competitive, so I'm happy for Coach. I'm happy for Darius as well, Dominique. She's still real kind of heavy-footed to me, but she should be excited about her play over there. And just really finish out. You never know, because if she's really serious about playing, there's always that Athletes Unlimited and overseas. I mean, it just depends. It's up to you. Like, if you want to make this career, I just think there's a lot of avenues that are opening for women to play basketball and to slide into the W, because we never know what the W might look like. We might end up having people in Project B, W, Unrivaled, whatever that might look like, and we'd be having conversations about who got the better league. But I don't know if I just want to start all over with Project B and watch six teams play each other all over. I don't know, whatever that's all about.
Yeah,
like, I'm already, you know what I mean. I'm already kind of tapped in now for 30 something years. What the W?
She's been very bad. She's been very bad from what I heard. Angelica Velez, she's been very bad.
Angelica Velez.
She was that small guard from New York. She
played for LSU. Yeah, she used to be on the court with Juju and them.
Yeah.
Oh, she's over there. I didn't even know this.
She'd been over there for like a year. Like, this is her second year.
I didn't even notice her. That ought to tell you something. I don't know what happened to her. Well, for real, hit that like button, will ya? Yeah, ain't no ankles being taken.
I know why she said that, because that's her nickname.
Who's named Ankles?
No, it's because I think they called her ankle breaker in high school. Angelica.
Yeah, because she was smooth with it. She was like bringing it, crossing over real quick. And her, Del Rosario, I was like, I don't know what part of New York or wherever you're from that you come from, but you ain't faced enough competition.
Thank you, Kyrie.
Ankle taker. Yeah, and you ain't faced enough bad girls, because these girls is bad. Oh, you know what I was gonna ask you?
What?
Did you? Because I watched the latter part of Louisville, right? I saw that McKinley Randolph started, but then all he did was appease her because she was really upset, I think, by not getting minutes run. You started, but then you didn't play starter minutes.
No, I think you got like 15 minutes.
Dude, I think it's less than that.
Let me check. It's 12 or 15. Let me check.
Yeah, You know,
Because
your
I
daddy
couldn't.
can call up to the office all he want, but they know how to play with you. It's like, yeah, you get in there, McKinley, you gotta do something. You know what I'm saying?
She played. I was wrong, G. My bad. 12 minutes.
Yeah, like that's what I was gonna say. Not about 15. It felt like more like 12. Yeah, Jacob. Angelica hasn't lived up to my expectations, or at least my hopes. Yeah.
You know who hasn't lived up to expectations? I have two names, and I know people are gonna get pissed off of me. ABR, she's trash, and Jaden Donovan.
I know, but I feel like Jaden, she doesn't know where. Like, I don't even know what position she should play. She's in between that shooting guard and that forward because she can do the forward because she can leap and so athletic. But after that, because she has no handles, no
Jump shot. She can't
jump
shoot.
shot, yeah, jump shot. You know that she gotta work on that. She gotta work on that.
B Will actually giving me credit for once for saying that I'm actually right about something. B Will's actually doing that for once. He usually shits on me.
Yeah, Jada. What? Okay, you didn't say that about Wolfenberger.
Well, I'm just talking about the 23 class.
23 class. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just talking about them.
Because Adi's doing good, very good, and people
You would
still
rank
don't know.
way too low.
People still don't know what to do with Adi Cruz. I know y'all don't know. Y'all still are kind of like, I don't know.
She dropped like 40 plus on Indiana.
She almost averaging 50 points again.
She's actually almost averaging 30.
Almost every 30 points a game. And we still not gonna give her.
I'm giving her credit. I don't give a. I don't care. I'm giving her credit.
Okay. And then this is what happens when people buy that coffee in the bag. What?
I don't get what he's saying. I actually don't get what he's saying. I don't even think I ever seen him in this chat.
No, Jacob. Adi needs to drop 40 pounds, and he's not gonna let that go. Not 40 points.
I understand it. Be real. You're brutal for that, my guy. You're brutal.
And I was just about to defend her because I thought, like, when I saw her this summer on the national.
No, she lost weight. She didn't need to lose weight.
No, but when I look back just now, she looked bigger now than in the summer. Well, just maybe find out if I'm right because that's what it looked like. That's what it looked like, guys.
I don't want to get.
And so Adi in there. So you guys, okay. You remember the big girl from Texas A&M when Texas A&M won the championship with Sid Colson?
I gotta look her up because I'm not very familiar, so I gotta check.
Yeah, you're probably not. You probably weren't even born.
I was, but like I wasn't
watching this stuff. Yeah,
I was probably like super young, elementary school. Let me see.
Dang, he wanted to lose 50 pounds. Damn. She should have been doing 10 a year. Because 50, how that's gonna be? Can they do that? Well, men losing weight is a little bit different than ours. Ours is kind of stubborn.
Jew, I was in first grade when Cindy Colson won the championship in college.
I figured that. I figured I'll say 5 or 6. The fact that you can't remember her name means that she did last. She did it.
I think
she did it last. She did
I think I got it. Carla Gilbert?
Name another one.
There's a forward named Adora Elanu.
People don't lose 50 pounds quick without surgery or some nose plan. Might be exaggeration, but get what I'm saying. Or is Ozempic. What's that girl's name? And I was like, man, if she could just lose weight, she could just lose weight. It wasn't with Kennedy Carter. I think it was around when Sid played. Um, well, okay, okay. I'm not saying like it just drops all at once, but if you start losing and it's a gradual thing, and then you start seeing how she feels with 30 down, then you get to because pretty soon she'll be in her senior year. You get to the pros, you start losing 10 and then another 10. That's going to be pretty hard because you're not watched unless you're going to stay back at the training facility of whatever um, team you have and really dedicate yourself to that because they're taking what they trying to negotiate, take their housing away and all this kind of stuff. Kyrie said, "Get out the chat." At ball for real. People don't lose 50 pounds quick without surgery or some nose play. That's what you're talking about, Kyrie. I'm tripping. Yeah, I hope to God not that. But yeah, she's scoring. But no, here's a player that nobody talks about. And let me see if any of you guys are familiar with before I go. I keep saying I'm gonna go, but I'm getting ready to go. Is anyone here familiar with Tony Morgan?
I heard of that name.
You kind of faintly heard, huh?
The name sounds familiar.
She's quietly going under the radar. She's a very balanced player for her size, so massive weight loss would affect it if she's not in the lab. But she's so smooth around the rim. Like she has great hands, soft touch, like just teardrop stuff in. Great. I don't know. It would just look. It wouldn't even be the same if she lost weight and like a lot, right? And she's pretty straight up and out. It wouldn't be the same Audie Cooks. Nose playing is devious work. I caught that, Kyrie. I caught that. I caught that. I was like, oh Lord. And I just read it out loud. Yeah, Tony Morgan, keep your thoughts about her. I don't know if there's gonna be any other breakout. I don't have anybody there. Oh, there's a player, Luna. She's super athletic, but I don't think she'll be that much of a breakout for North Carolina State. But I did notice her athleticism. Super athletic.
Did she play for Georgia Tech, Tony Morgan?
I think she did come from somewhere else than where she is right now.
All right, let me look.
I don't know. But she's one of the tops in the scoring in the country. There's just a lot of people that are tops in the country in scoring. The USC fan club on Twitter really wants Camille Pierre to come over to the Lady Trojans.
All right, I figured B will. I heard that name before.
Yeah, Georgia Tech. Because remember they kind of got busted up. We took care of. Who else was over there? Was Chit Chat over there?
Yeah, I believe so because she played with Cara.
And then she went over to Iowa, which is real. USC girl, the fan club on Twitter, fans want Camille Pierre to come to us. Camille is something else. She cracked me up. Like the way that I hate that to ask her to leave because her and Samuels and Zoe will probably be gone. Sam Jones will be there. Trigger will be there. I think it'll still be a good team. But Pierre's nasty work getting 20 rebounds. Vandy will be hurt. Will be turned if Pierre stayed. Yeah, they could have used her because I think Michaela got to realize her style of play cannot. I know she be in there getting down, thinking she getting down, but her style of play can't carry a team by herself.
Yeah.
Yes, Camille needs to believe in her talent. Yes, I agree. I read
Hold
it.
on, Jew. Can I ask the chat? I want to ask the chat a question real quick.
Uh-huh.
Is it bad that I said before the season that Michaela Blake would be a dark horse for National Player of the Year? Is that a bad take? Because of how good she is. That's all.
Um, you think Michaela Blake's? You guys think Michaela Blake's would be? Why?
I said a dark horse, like somebody that they wouldn't expect.
Oh, just be on the watch list, basically.
Yeah,
Like maybe high up on the watch list.
I would say like top
I
five.
wouldn't give it to her. I wouldn't give it to her.
No, I'm not expecting her to get it, but it's a dark horse. She was surprised because she surprised a lot of us last year.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah, I'm not expecting her to get it
See,
over Sarah.
See, here's the thing: the difference between Michaela's 50s than Juju's 50s. You already know what I'm gonna say. You didn't do it against the same level of talent of ranking team.
I get
you know, and so I think she just goes. She just forgot about her buddy. Like she was this one speed. Like you didn't keep Camille engaged at all. Like that was Camille's team. You could still shine and be the best player on the team, but don't steal the shine. Sarah Strong never stole the shine from AV or Paige when she was clearly a lot of times the best player on the team. She never stole the shine from AV. She in turn, in my opinion, should have been the most outstanding player in the finals of the game. You know, the series, the final four. Sarah Strong, but they gave it to AV.
Yeah, I agree with you.
And I just feel like there's a way that you can still be Sarah Strong and let Paige be Paige and AZ be AZ. She never outshined them. And Blake is the same as Hidalgo, and she's learning a bad habit. You know what I'm saying? You're not like you're not even a volume shooter. You're just kind of a like. It's not that you're shooting the lights out or anything because you're doing a lot of it off of just pure athleticism, but it's not impacting winning enough for me.
Fair enough. Yeah.
You feel me? Like if you're gonna be Juju and you're gonna be, an exciting, dynamic player like that, then I need her to get an upset. Whether you upset Texas, whether you upset South Carolina, whether you upset Oklahoma, like I don't care that you're ranked 4. It doesn't matter what you're ranked in your conference to go and upset somebody. She got to be more team oriented. Yeah, she played more team oriented.
Yeah, I was about to say I can understand the comments, but she plays a little more team oriented and doesn't get frustrated like Hannah.
Yeah, I think Hannah will look at the tape, I think Hannah's aware, enough to make some corrections, but it may be a part of her she's just hot blooded, you know how people say they're hot blooded, like she's just hot blooded, and like Caitlin Clark is hot blooded. She's just like a hothead, like they and if you tell them to keep a lid on it, then it eats them up inside. They gotta let it out somehow. They gotta be able to express themselves, and I don't want to take that away from them. It just needs to be a little bit more tempered, and tempered towards expressing yourself in the game and celebrating with your teammates and yourself, and don't get hung up on the negative, bad calls, stuff like that. Because if you do that, you're not gonna be able to pick it up the pace and be positive to get out the hole. Hannah Hidalgo could be down 12 and still chatting at the crowd when she make a bucket. Got a love-hate relationship with them. That's me. That's how I felt That's why I'm not a fan like everybody is. It's like what are you still you girl? I be like, girl, save some of that energy, dog. Like you wasting too much getting upset or whatever the case, being down and you make one bucket, it's like you ain't even go on a run yet. Like, all right, I'm gonna get off this phone. It's 2 o'clock. You probably watching football anyway.
I'm watching. I'm talking to you and watching it at the same time. I'm just have my volume low.
Oh, Kyrie said Vandy's new point guard is bigger for them than I thought.
I agree.
He makes Blake's up. Yeah, good. So if that's the case, I need her to get it. I need her to take her talents and get an upset. Okay, out of one of the top teams in the SEC. LSU, Texas, like South Carolina, Oklahoma, is just get an upset. Like you want to be a national player of the year. You want to be national player of the year from a team that doesn't go to the Final Four, doesn't win it all. Then, goddamn it, do something. You got to pick your spot and circle it and do something crazy. Go crazy. Go do something your program hasn't done in years. Knock one of them off. And have a stat line 38, 11, 8, 5, 5, 5. You already said.
They're not going to get. Dude, let's be real. Let's be real. That's a hard stat line. They're not going to get that.
Why? She is. Michaela can.
8 blocks?
Oh, okay. No, well, maybe not that.
8 blocks?
Okay, well, 8 steals. Okay, like that. That's how, then it has to be something like that. Then she will, but it's gonna take a lot. It's okay. It took a lot for Juju to do it. She can do it. Nobody's faster than that girl out there. I don't know how she can do it, but what did Hannah have again? 16 steals and 44. What did she have? What did Hannah?
44 and 16. Yeah, you're right.
Okay, 44 and 16. But do it against a ranked team. That's all I'm asking.
Ju, you know what's funny? The night that I remember when Juju went 9 for 11 from 3, I wanted her to sit out that game because it was against a bad team. I wanted her to sit out because it's like
yeah.
And I said, geez, of course, the one game I wanted her to sit out, she goes crazy like that.
But the thing is with her, she's not doing it like at the end of the game. She's doing it. It's not like a stat pattern like they try to say. It's in the early, and then she can say, right, but it's early, and they were like, well, why is she? Well, they blew them out by. I said, yeah, but she did that already in the first half. Like the 9 threes were here. It wasn't in the second. Like she was hunting them down. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. No, I was just only. I'm not putting that pressure on Michaela. I'm just saying, like, if she really is her, I'm just saying that, like, to make that dark horse be real, like, where she's up there, maybe second and third behind, she's got to do something. Or maybe we can make an argument for her. She not Juju. Juju, her 50 piece against Steph.
Yeah.
But I know. Juju hadn't come along yet. How could we know? We knew that she in California was good. We all knew it in Southern California. But we didn't really know yet how special and different. Like, I don't even have a player. I don't have one player comp for her. She's like got 4 people that if I have to put together. And then even when I do that, it's still not Juju. Like, it's just different, like how she impacts the game. That's why I think, like you guys said when you saw the interview, you could tell that she's becoming more cerebral about the game because she has a chance to slow down a whole year and see her film and really look at certain things. She probably seeing so much stuff like, oh, I did that. Oh, I need to fix that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're always critical of yourself. we're going crazy, but then she's probably noticing like, that's I like she said, I gotta relearn some fundamentals. I was doing it incorrectly. I was like, yeah, we knew, but you were getting away with it because you're just that good. But I can tell because I would be complaining about. You hear me all the time talk about little fundamental things that they're doing incorrectly, but I don't harp on it because I just feel like, well, you know what, she's getting away with it. Um, One or athleticism, but when you get an injury or you are kind of tweaked in a game or fatigued, the thing that you got to rely on um, is fundamentals. You go back to your basics.
Yeah.
When I got older and I couldn't really run as fast, and I was like just trying to play some pickup ball, I took my friend like this guard down into the paint because it was like, oh, they were like probably thought, oh, I could take you, like she's skinny, she's not as strong. And I'm like, yeah, but I got fundamentals down here. Like I have to rely on my fundamentals against a stronger, powerful player, and that means footwork. Knowing how to drop step, spin, little things that pump fake. A lot of stuff that the kids are not doing anymore that is irritating me with the guards is the lack of shoulder fakes, pump fakes underneath the basket, or a pound dribble, a power dribble to go up. I could see whole squad comp for Juju overall game, but scoring wise, Juju's out of it. I'm not gonna say the whole squad because whole squad does play a real grounded game, but I would say big for her size, like Ryan Howard. I think she's got great passing handles, like Chelsea Gray. She's still a big guard in that spot. Um, Two more people I thought about that I can't even remember who it was. But basically, she just kind of her own thing. But you said host squad, huh? Host squad. One thing Juju can learn from Blake's moving off the ball, namely cutting. Yeah, Kyrie, absolutely. That's
I agree with that.
absolutely. And I think with the combination of players that we're going to have next year, don't be surprised if Jew is a wing. Okay, not the shooting guard, but a wing. And I think that will keep her away from the contact for a little while. But she could be she may go to she may play a lot more wing and let Jazzy go ahead with the two, or no, Jazzy would be the one. Maybe Carrie would be the two shooting guard, and then she's already up top to get the point guard because we want to have you like small forwardish. So it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun just trying to see how these girls will play with each other. You know what I mean? I think
Yeah.
that's the thing. Trying to figure out how they end up or how Coach G does it based on how they play together. That's gonna be interesting and fun to watch come about. But it's all gonna be good. It's all gonna be like the trajectory and the ceiling is all gonna be high. So how I think she could play the four. Yeah, four. Ball for real. Four.
It's gonna be next year's gonna be something.
Yeah, we'll do four. Since we're talking about comps, I might get crucified for this, but Ryan Howard or Juju. I did. I said Ryan Howard, but I don't know how I feel about Ryan Howard. But not for those negative things that I always crucify Ryan Howard about. About Ryan being so goddamn big up there as a two. You understand what I mean by that? Like
Yeah.
when she's a point, when she's two, she's like magic. She's bigger than everybody. And the crazy part that Ryan does that Juju doesn't do is Ryan could be amazing on defense. She could get to the hole more than she does. She settles for too many threes, and that's why I have a problem with anybody comparing Jude to Ryan because Jude don't shoot threes like that.
No.
I think when Ryan is full motor, full metal jacket, and stop settling for threes, I'm good. I'm like, and when she's up there playing D on, you know, people in her position, she can lock anybody down. Yeah, a locked in Ryan Howard is a top 5 player in the W. Okay, I can agree with that. She takes two. If she if she want to take the threes, then work on them. Work on it. Work on it. But even if you are making them, I'm still irritated because you could be doing so much more. She could be doing so much more. That's all. I think that's I can't put my finger on it, but and it comes off as lazy, but I don't think she's lazy, but it comes off that way. All right, I got a package at the door, yo.
Okay.
I didn't even see that. Okay. All right. So, I mean, like the two-way game, get in the blocks as a guard. Yes. Yes, Kyrie. Yes. Absolutely. You get it. You totally get it. Ryder is one of the very few players that can literally take over. Yes. And I think that's what Kyrie might be saying, like the Juju comp comes in, which they both can take over a game. And Ryan does it so smooth. It's so crazy. Like she'll get on this way more than Juju will, but Ryan will get on this back like 3 in a row shot kind of scoring attack on you. And it's up to her. Like right now, today, it's December. And before you know it, we're gonna be if we are gonna be going into the WNBA pretty soon. Oh, she's playing Unrivaled. If she is, this is where like she needs to make today, she needs to make up her mind. Does she want to be one of the top 5 players in the WNBA next year? And she can be. But she's got to play both sides of the ball. And that's the only way. Or else it's going to be Asia Wilson again. I think it's because there's no competition for Asia at what she does. Like back in my day, back in your day, 90s, 80s, we had a gang of big players. We had a gang of big players like Asia. That she was gonna see some big bodies every night, and it's just not like that anymore. So this is her era. Until she starts to kind of get a little older, then they're going to start taking the new group that's coming in, my group, my 2023 class, as you call it, or the 27 and the 2028 class. That's my class. That's my 2 favorites right there. They about to come in like rough shot. You see how big Madison Booker is?
Yeah, I know how big she is. Yeah.
But Madison, she better keep getting better, and that better not be her ceiling. What I see. And Paige is gonna be good too. Paige is getting stronger. I see her getting stronger. Paige is gonna be really good. Yeah. I think AG Fudd will do well too. I just don't know where I want her to go right now. All right, I said it. I'm gonna let you go. Just run in my mouth. Juju gonna be more versatile, right? Ryan been playing for a minute with the same habits while Juju keeps refining her. That's what I'm saying. Ryan needs to refine her habits. Like by now, she should have been way more like messed up. That's her. Jewel already knows that this is like they have a machine and a team behind her, and she wants to get better. She's at the floor. She's not even at the ceiling of her game. She's at the, and that's what's freaking scary. She's at the floor. But we're gonna let you go. I like how you said that. Versatile, yes. All right. I'm gonna let y'all go. I'll see y'all soon. I'm going to that game tomorrow, and I'll pick it up Monday for AP Top 25. Peace.
Peace.